Are you not gonna say anything?
I was
Did you?
waiting for you to say something.
Well, everything I have just crashed, so I was not even.
Well, that's not good. Alex is in crash mode. Lucky that there's two of us. I
What's up,
guess that.
everybody? He forgot how to talk in front of a camera for a second, but we are back for Monday Night Football. We're gonna do the Browns and Steelers, or at least we're gonna give it our darnest. Um, I'm glad we didn't choose to do the other game because I just turned it on to figure out what was going on with that, and it's like 3-3. I knew that was gonna be kind of a dud stream. Now, as the scoreboard, I'm gonna do some work. So when we have some dual streaming in the future, that we'll be able to display up here. But I didn't have anything prepared for today. And then now it said something with my TV provider thing. I don't know. Long story short, he's gonna be taking over for at least the start of this game for the whole thing. Scoreboard is gonna be down at the bottom like it used to. I'll go ahead and put that up real quick. Uh, but I am excited. And me and him are kind of split down the middle on how we feel about this game, which is kind of interesting. Mr. Papa Blood wants the Steelers to win. I want the Browns to win, but I felt like it was appropriate for us to both be here because although it only be week 2, this is a semi-important game to both of us. In the long scheme of things, two AFC teams, his two division rivals is, a bigger deal for him. But as my team is looking to get back on track, uh, it's important to watch who's winning around you as well, as along with who's in your division who's also winning. So interesting matchup tonight.
So I'm a Steeler fan today. Very rarely do I say that.
That is like one of the worst things that you'd ever someone would know that I was ill if I ever said that.
Yeah, I can imagine some of my friends hearing me say that would
Makes
probably
me
cringe.
sick hearing you say that. You're the reason I don't even like them. Like, I
I
grew up
know, just
hating them.
your childhood listening to me made you not like them, and you didn't know why.
Right here. I could never wish for them to win. I'm ready. I'm ready to see like a true downfall. Like we've seen a downfall from the Patriots like a year two. Let's talk about the Cam Newton year. That's in my opinion a downfall year. They're working to rebuild to get back now, but that was like low. We've never, at least in my lifetime, okay, seen a bad year as a whole from the Steelers. Even if they miss the playoffs, that doesn't mean it's a bad year. But if you pretty much of my entire life, you've never really had a bad year. Like they took a walking corpse in Ben Roethlisberger and took him to the playoffs. So I'm ready to see them have a bad year. And no
Hey,
offense to Steelers fans.
yeah, that brings me to it. That's a really good. That brings me to a question, Crafty. Because of the writers' strike, they're going to add more games to regular TV, regular ABC. I don't. Can somebody explain that to me a little bit? Because I don't quite understand what the writers' strike has to do with uh, who commentates on the game, who works on it. Is there a reason for that?
Maybe certain companies are involved in the like certain TV channels and broadcast channels.
I was getting ready to say, is there a script?
There's always a script. And I've been filled in for a couple bits and pieces of it. And, I wish I could get the full details, but they're never going to let me have that. Um, you don't
No,
have to
for
write
sure.
football games. That's true. It's live entertainment. It freezes out the writers. What's up, Mary Beth?
Oh, so I understand. So that they
Yeah.
put it on their public channel that's not paid for, so that therefore they fill the time slot. I got you.
I kind of get it. I mean, I know it's affecting everyone in their own manner. Um, just kind of like how Disney has ESPN and Disney's kind of doing their own thing right now where they are not working very well with other companies. They got it sorted out with Spectrum, thankfully, by the time of kickoff of week 1, but there's a lot of places as well. Oh, this is interesting. Look, I don't wish harm on anyone, but out of all the updates today, I've not seen this one, but CJ Gardner-Johnson is a big loss to that Lions team. Big part of the reason they beat us in week 1 was the addition of him. I'm not even gonna try to lie about that. My cable box is trying to reboot currently. I can pull it up on Hulu so I can watch it, just being a little bit behind for the time being, but we'll use your feed as of right now until I can get this sorted out.
Absolutely.
I don't watch TV, so this is the first that I've heard of a strike. I don't know that it's went further than the last year. Like, I think it's just been like the last 6 to 9 months ish that this strike's been going on. But I think it has to do with a lot of. I feel like the Marvel movies might somehow be tied into this. Like, I know that's a big thing right now. There's a lot of actors refusing to act in TV shows, in certain movies, and things like that. I don't know what started it. I don't know if it's a pay thing. Like I said, I don't really know. I just hear things through the grapevine.
Yeah, I don't pay enough attention to TV normally. The only thing I pay attention to on TV is NFL football, college basketball, and Bob's Burgers.
I don't need TV to watch Bob's Burgers. I have Hulu.
Well, Disney, when they struck their deal with Spectrum, took away FXX from me, which had so every day I could either watch Family Guy, Bob's Burgers, American Dad. I could watch all those, and they took that
Here we
channel
go. Mary Beth coming at us with the deets. It's due to the writers not getting paid enough. I had a feeling it had something to do with unfair pay. That would be the only thing that keeps people from doing things. Money motivates everybody. And if you're not being paid fairly, you're not motivated to go to work, right? So that makes the most sense. I mean, this is probably the accurate because I don't know, but that's what I would have assumed. What do you like about this Browns and Steelers game tonight?
I love the fact that as far as watching the game goes, it's probably going to tick me off. But Jim Schwartz, the new DC for Cleveland, was probably the best offseason ad that they had. And Mike Tomlin thrives off of defense, which they did not show very much of against San Francisco. So I imagine their practice this week was pretty sucky. I bet today they tighten up the reins a little bit, and we'll see which quarterback can get off.
Yeah, I think this is a big test. Every division rival is a test. What is up, Pizzle and Dave? Welcome. But this division is where my eyes have been all off season. Nothing to do with Burrow's paycheck. Nothing to do with Deshaun's. None of that. Like Lamar, I don't really care about that. I'm talking about these 4 football teams in this division. Everyone's talking about the AFC East, reasonably so. Everybody's talking about the NFC East, also reasonably so. Everyone's got their eyes on the AFC West. But I've been hardcore focusing on the entire picture of the AFC and NFC North, the most. I kind of just been watching them, right? And this division just intrigues me because all teams got better. And now, after 2 weeks without these 2 teams playing in week 2 so far, we've seen a lot of notes.
Browns with the white helmets.
Oh yeah, they're debuting the white helmets with the white jersey. Pretty much, I think all white everything. I don't think they're wearing the colored pants.
Yeah, everything's all white. They got a couple little brown and black
orange
stripes.
Stripes. Yeah, these jerseys, they won with these.
Dude, let's have fun, man. Everybody, while Alex is, you can bust her up, and I'll try to get some commentary. But here we go. Kickoff is up. It is deep and through the back of the end zone, and will be a touchback.
I'm gonna pull up a game tracker on my phone so I can at least see details while we go. Also, I just want everyone to know that I'm having a rebound week this week. I've gotten 11 games correct so far.
Oh, I'm probably down again. Bah humbug. Deshaun Watson career record with the Browns is 4-3. Stats are not there yet, but he's going to try to turn that around.
He's
What a place to
improving.
do it, but Pittsburgh, man.
He is improving. I'll say that.
All right, he's in the gun. 4 wideouts.
And Nick Chubb.
Back to throw. Looking down. He gets it out, and it's intercepted. Bobble picked up. He's headed down the sideline to the 10, the 5. It's a pick. Start the game.
Oh my God, bro!
In.
No way, dude.
The curse is on. Pittsburgh rebounds from a 40-0 throttling with the pick six first play of the game. Alex Highsmith gets the bobbled pass and takes off with it to the house.
Also, the Saints took a 6-3 lead. Nothing but field goals in that one so far.
Deshaun's talking with the coach, and he will immediately get the ball back.
Well, you know what? The best way to rebound from a big mistake is go right back at it.
Gotta forget it. Extra point is up and good.
Well, this is going to be a game.
Steelers fans get their first points of the season.
That's not true.
They lost 40-0, right?
No, the Giants lost 40-0. They lost something to 7. They got a touchdown.
Oh, I didn't think they got any points. I thought they got shut out.
I want to say it was like 34-7. That's what I'm guessing. Steelers versus Niners score. It was 30-7.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was worse. That Giants game had me. The Giants. Pittsburgh was bad. But not
the Giants' first game and a half was scored 60-0.
Deshaun looks befuddled on the sideline, like he's lost.
It's because of the white helmets.
Dave states it's because of the helmets.
All right, let's pull up. I am trying really hard to figure this out because it's worked just fine up until now.
All right, well, here we go with another kickoff from Pittsburgh. Only 9 seconds have expired off the clock, and Pittsburgh has a 7-0 lead.
Sounds like the beginning of the Raiders and Bills game. I mean, it wasn't a pick six, but.
And he repeated the same thing. It's like we're doing deja vu here. Everybody's coming on the field. But Pittsburgh has 7 points. Should have gone with the onside kick. All right, Deshaun's got his guys up to the. He's going to start under center. I bet you they give the ball to Nick Chubb. Just a guess here.
They freaking better. You don't just not feed that guy.
After the pick six, they have no choice. They hand it to Chubb. He's going to get to the 29-yard line, gain of 4. It'll be 2nd down and 6.
Nick Chubb is their Lord and Savior. They better, treat that dude like they're supposed to.
Look, I'm going to state it just like this. They need to ride that unicorn.
When life gives you lemons, a.k.a. Nick Chubb. You don't just throw him in the trash.
You got a player of that caliber, he should get 20 carries a game.
I mean, that's what Breece Hall has been going on about, is he got 4 carries in that game against the Cowboys, and he wasn't the running back fumbling the football on their roster. But that's the guy who kept getting the carries.
And some reason we have a timeout. I'm not sure why.
Is it heading to commercial?
Not sure why.
Well, during our momentary break, what do you think is going to happen with Kareem Hunt? Because I miss watching that dude play. I know last year he had a down year, but I don't think he's with Cleveland, but I don't think he's with anyone.
All right, Deshaun's in the shotgun. I don't know where he signed. I thought he signed somewhere. Back to throw. Across the middle, it's complete. It will be 2 yards short of the first down and brings up third down. That is number 8. Wasn't sure who the receiver was.
All right.
It's third down and 1, excuse me. I know he visited Minnesota and New Orleans, I thought. I don't know why
Minnesota really could probably use him right about now.
But I've
Get
never
the
heard of him
Madison's money.
signing anywhere.
Oh, Jamal Williams suffered a hamstring injury. Is questionable to return to the other game.
Not good. Watson's in the gun. He's back to throw. He rolls out to the right on a bootleg, fires. It is caught for a first down. I think that's Amari Cooper making
number
himself
2
available.
Oh, the last guy that caught the pass was Elijah Moore, by the way.
I'm not used to seeing him in a Browns uniform. For that matter, I'm not used to seeing an ugly white helmet.
I'm not used to seeing the white helmets for them, period. Wait, he has 4 offers, and I'm assuming Minnesota is one of them, but who are the other 3 teams? I know he talked
First
to
and 10.
New Orleans.
Back to flips it to Chubb. Chubb's caught in the backfield, but he's going to get around the end and bust it through for 7 yards. He was going nowhere and makes a 7-yard gain out of it. Nick Chubb is a stud.
It was Minnesota, New Orleans, the Colts were one of them, but I can't remember who the 4th one would be.
I'd take him in Cincinnati.
I could see him signing there just because.
Second down and 4. 6 yards for Chubb on first down. What a carry. Watson's back to throw. He throws it out. It's caught. And that is another different receiver, number 18.
David Bell.
David Bell. Didn't get much playing time last year, but was pretty good coming out of college.
I don't know why I know so much about this Browns offense, but I enjoy watching them, I think.
I cut him off of my fantasy team because he didn't get no playing time at all. I thought he was just not going anywhere, but he looks pretty good there. First and 10. Watson in the gun.
Moving the ball now.
Ball's at the 41.5. Throws, it's caught. Peoples-Jones, another different receiver. He's going to squeak out for about 7 yards on first down.
Peyton, it was a Deshaun Watson pick 6 by Alex Highsmith. So defense scored. David Bell, the phone company that I
honestly, Kareem Hunt would fit very well with the Rams. That really they're getting ready to get rid of Akers.
Yeah, I was gonna say I was reading today that they're listening to offers for Akers.
Second and 3, Watson's under center. There's a snap. He's going to go play action. He rolls to the right, looking downfield. He's looking to run, takes off to the left. He's going to keep. He's going to carry. He's going to get the first down, get out of bounds at about the 27.
The Peoples-Jones.
Deshaun gets a nice run there. Back in the huddle, 10:53 to go here in the first quarter. Cleveland really needs a touchdown here.
Cleveland needs points, period, on this drive just because.
He's going to hand it off. There goes Chubb busting through the middle. He's going to get about 3 to 4 yards on first down. They say 2, but I don't know that I believe that. We'll say 3. They say 2. Look like more than that to me.
Well, my game tracker is always a yard off, but they say 3 on this one.
Yeah, look like 4. Second down and 8 is what they're calling it. It's probably a very short 8.
Yeah, it says 2nd and 7 on CBS, but the way he runs, it looks like he runs a mile every step.
There's another handoff to Chubb. He busts back through the hole. He's going to get the first down and another yard. They are going to be inside the red zone, but there is a penalty flag on the play. Probably a hold. And they're going to bring that back. Now it'll be 2nd and 18.
Man, what's up, Wolfcat? Long
Look
time
at
no
my
see.
team.
Yeah, I was really looking forward to like streaming this game with you, but then like my TV, man, it's just fighting me.
All right, 2nd and 7. Now they got it at 17, so I guess they get caught up and evened out. Deshaun's
Yep.
in the gun again. 10 on the play clock. The crowd's getting pretty loud in Pittsburgh. I see some towels. Back to throw. He hands it off to Chubb. Chubb busts through the hole and gets up. He's going to get it all the way back to the 24.
We
Looks
love
like
Nick Chubb.
about 9 yards.
It don't matter if you hate the Browns, you have to love Nick Chubb. Like,
how can you not?
He's got to be up there in like my favorite, like non-relative to my team football players.
Dude, he's such a good running back. He's fast, strong. He's got everything.
Yeah,
3rd down and 8.
Steelers need to fix their
run. Here comes the pressure. I feel it. No, they back off into coverage. Only rush 3. Throws it downfield. It's tipped out of the almost intercepted. Knocked out of bounds by number 24. Pass was intended for Elijah Moore, and Cleveland's going to have to try to kick a field goal. Yeah, Stranger, I feel the same way. I don't love him, but I do respect Chubb because he's that good a player. I wish he was on my team.
Well, that guy's team is your team also.
I know.
You just like, my team. It's mine.
It is my team. It's mine when they win. It's mine when they lose. It's been mine forever. I'll share it with Stranger, though. And the field goal is good. It is now 7-3.
Oh, let me update that. I didn't update it at all, and you didn't update it at all either.
Nope. Yeah, Stranger. I said it all through the 80s, all through the 90s, all through the early 2000s when they were horrible. Still mine today.
All right. So, from what I'm gathering from context clues of what I'm working with, it seems to be that my cable box, my system may be overloaded. I don't know how that happens. There's hardly anything on it, and it's new. So, it's about to get a hammer.
I love Tim Krumrie. I did not love that injury in the Super Bowl. I believe it was Krumrie that, got hurt in the Super Bowl. Stranger, my first football game that I attended was the Freezer Bowl, if that gives you some hint about exactly how old I am.
Sign in.
Imagine that, Leo. Carr threw a pick.
Well, he's no superhero. That's for sure. I'm still thinking about that CJ Gardner Johnson injury and what that could do to the Lions.
That defense has improved, but if they have to keep relying on younger guys, I mean, I know he's a young guy too, but I know that they really stocked up on the secondary. And Branch has been really good at safety. So
Branch has been good. Obviously he got the pick 6 against Kansas City, which I'm still like not even remotely mad about that because like what a play by a rookie. He could have panicked when a ball come flying at him, rookie jitters in game 1, but he handled it like a pro, took it to the house. Like, I'm not even mad. Like, that was like play of the game, man, honestly.
Kick comes very short. Oh, and what a mistake by number 89 for Pittsburgh. He fields it when it was going to go out of bounds. He catches it inbounds, and they have to start from the 10.
I am glad that you agreed to at least come on with me because it would have been a nightmare if I tried to do this by myself.
What a great catch and grab. He got both feet in bounds.
The only thing holding the Saints back is Carr. And that may be true.
Dave, that's my opinion. Pickett rolls out. He's going to fire, and he's going to get it out. Got to get used to, and that is Allen Robinson. Free agent pickup in the offseason for Pittsburgh should be a stabilizing force for Pickett if he has a good year.
Absolutely. Did you guys watch any of the games from yesterday? I watched the Bengals game. I watched the Patriots Dolphins, and I watched about half of the Cowboys. I'm still going through replays of all the games yesterday. I didn't get to watch much of the Chiefs game, but
Pickett's in the gun. He's back to throw. Looking, fires. He goes for Robinson again, and it's knocked down by Denzel Ward. Gets his hand in there. Fast play. It's going to be 3rd down and 3 for the Steelers.
I might have fixed it. Oh my gosh, you want to know something crazy?
What's that?
You remember how I showed you what my guide looks like?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I got it fixed, and now I have a real one.
Yay. What? There's the throw. It's picked off. Kenny Pickett gets picked. On 3rd and 3, Delpit comes up with the grab. Mike Tomlin looks like he's a little stressed over it. And here comes Deshaun Watson with a chance to take the lead.
Matt, I watched the ending of that game. I haven't went through it all the way. All right. I actually have a football game in front of me now.
Awesome. Are you watching the replay right now?
Yeah. Also, it says the Panthers are in the red zone.
Yeah, they've been there for a hot minute.
All right. You want me to take over the Browns, at least offensive?
You tell me which ones you want me to do, and I'll do.
I can do the Browns. I really like their offense, so.
Ball was bobbled a little bit there, but he got it. Good deal.
All right, so it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 19. Watson's in trouble, steps up, holds on to it too long, and he's going to get sacked down at about the 26. Big play for this Steelers defense to try to recover from the interception by the offense.
Dude, Leo, I will have to go back and see Perna's reaction to the end of that game.
Perna has a meltdown weekly because of being a Broncos fan. Pickett gets
Crafty
picked.
For sure. Pickett gets picked. I love it. It was fun.
Yeah, it's going to be a loss of 7 on the play. 2nd down and 17. Watson pressures coming, throws the screen, gets it off, and he's not going to get anything with that play. Looks like Njoku for the screen. He'll get about a yard. All right,
man, Njoku's got some blonde locks hanging out of that helmet, doesn't he?
I don't know when he turned blonde. Did you know Jerick McKinnon is that color blonde now, too?
No way.
I learned that Sunday morning or Saturday night.
This Steelers defense is not going to make it easy for them, I'm telling you.
All right, 7 minutes left in the first quarter and counting. It's going to be 3rd down and 17. The home team crowd is going wild right now. Watson looking, has a clean pocket. Pressure comes, fires to the outside, can't connect. And they're going to have to try to kick another field goal here to make it a 1-point game.
You know, Deshaun Watson's accuracy has not come back.
He has, quarters, okay? His skill set shows up in quarters. He'll have a bad quarter. Now watch, in the second quarter, his accuracy is going to be, on point, whether his receivers catch or not. Dustin Hopkins lining up for the field goal, 83% from 40 to 49 yards. It's going to be a 43-yard field goal attempt. All right, kick is up, and it's wide, no good. So the Steelers are going to get the ball back pretty much where they lost it.
Oh wow! So the pick does not end up mattering at all, dude. And I saw a comment somewhere that I wanted to talk about really fast. Where did it go? Where did it go? Somebody talking about the Panthers and the Saints.
They said it was a Panthers fumble, Saints recover.
Oh yeah, there it is. It's Leo. And you know what? I don't think that's why I think Atlanta wins this division, because I don't have faith in either one of those two teams.
I still think the Saints can, but the Atlanta's already shown a lot of growth from week 1 to week 2.
Yeah, I think they're only going to get better. I think Derek Carr should be able to get this team to 8 or 9 wins for sure, but he's got to do it.
I mean, as the season goes on, we'll see which teams can stay the healthiest, and I know that's a big part of it. Once you get comfortable with a guy, and if he gets hurt, say you lose your playmaker, and that's what a young QB is looking. He needs that consistency as he continues to grow. So as long as they stay healthy, Atlanta's only going to continue to grow. Yeah, Ritter has not been great through 2, but he has shown moments where you can see, okay, he's getting it, and things might end up working out. The amount of faith that organization's put in him speaks a lot for them, and his mindset on the whole thing.
Yeah, he came from Luke Fickell's Cincinnati Bearcats. He was in a very pro-style offense. He was a very winning quarterback. He had a lot of experience going into the NFL, and he did get to sit for the better half of the season. He has the potential to really develop into a solid quarterback. Maybe not a great, but a very solid quarterback.
I mean, he's about 500 as a starter, around 4-4 kind of area.
Yeah, I think he went 3-3 last year, and he's 2-0 this year.
Dave said he's like a skinny wuss version of Justin Fields. Oh, they're showing the fumble. It was a double fumble, but it looks like the Saints still end up with it.
Skinny version of skinny wuss version of Justin Fields. All right. Let's see if Pickett can get picked again. Pickett's in the gun. There's the snap. He's going to hand it off to Najee. Najee has nowhere to go. These defenses are going to do this all day.
Hey, she's awake. What's going on? We went through an entire crisis in the last 20 minutes, but crisis averted. Everything's back on track. What is love? Love's just an inexperienced young quarterback who's gaining experience every week.
Ritter has more. 13. It's going to pitch to Najee. He's going to try to get the edge. Does not get it. Gets cut off. He may get a yard. Looks like it's going to be about 3rd and 12. Yeah,
like Jordan Love or Desmond Ritter has more NFL playing time than Jordan Love does. So, once we get to week 7 or 8, then you can come back to week 2 of the NFL season and compare the quarterbacks.
All right, big 3rd down for Mr. Pickett.
Mr. Girl Hands.
He's in the gun. There looks like an offsides. Yes, they're going to get. Oh,
flags are. I
think it's going to be a false start.
I couldn't tell who jumped first. I looked up right at the time.
The female line
judge, but
the female line judge, appropriately named Karen, calls it a false start.
She's correct. False start. We cheer.
I don't know. I thought it was.
I don't think we've seen any Steelers fans come and claim their team this season. So
Here we go. Let's see.
Go
He's
Browns.
in the new. Ooh, man, that is really touchy. It looks like Garrett was in the neutral zone.
It's hard.
Pickett's
Oh,
back to throw. He throws the screen pass out. He's got blockers. He's going to get ahead, but not get enough for the first down. Be 2 yards short.
I say
And
go
the
for
Steelers
it.
will have to punt.
I say go for it. And they're not going to do it. They're not going to do it. That was Warren. I forgot he was still on their roster. I never know which running backs they have behind Najee Harris because I feel like they kind of just go back and forth between a couple guys.
You know, the question is, do you think they will give Najee a contract before they punt?
Before they
Or do you
punt?
think they'll do
No,
him
I
like
don't
they did
think
with
so.
Aaron
Like,
Bell?
they might wait to the end of the year.
No, I'm just saying, do you think they're going to keep him or are they going to tag him like they did with Bell?
They're going to let it bounce, and the Steelers are going to pin them at the 5. Excellent punt. But no, at this point, unless he has a breakout year this year and gets back on track at some point, and yeah, their first 2 matchups aren't favorable for a running back. But if he doesn't get on track this year, no friggin' way.
Do you think they'll use the tag and
No,
keep him? Or do you think
I
they'll let
don't
him
think
go?
so. I think they'll let him go and draft another guy, honestly. Because they've been using that kid from UK, Warren, like they've just been punching in different other guys behind him and doing just fine, with those guys as well. Also their offensive line is not that great. It has improved, but it's not that great. And so they can't really keep running backs healthy either because they're getting smacked twice as hard every time they carry the ball up the middle. And so I think they're just going to draft another guy. I think they'll let him walk so they don't have to worry about that kind of contract unless he's not one of the running backs that will be a diva and wants a big time contract. If he wants to take something team friendly because he wants to stay there, because he has reason to want to stay there, he's got family history. That's the only way if he wants a lesser contract to stay there.
I didn't realize it, but thank you, everybody. We recently passed 2,200 subs.
Shout out to Tommy Tom for bringing the posse over here last night.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, that was like one of the funniest situations. I was not on here I was over at Pizzle Stream because he's a Dolphins fan, I was like, let's go say hi. I sent the link and I was over there kind of typing a couple messages in the chat. I come back to check our chat and there's so many people. And I was like, what the heck? And then I went back after that had settled down over to Pizzles, before I closed his down, and then Grossi was over there. And I was like, this is so funny. So I had to go back and watch his stream. And he stumbled upon ours on his way to Pizzles anyway, and he heard me say, oh, we were at Pizzles stream. Love those guys. I know Pizzle was in here for a minute earlier. I'm finally getting to see the pick 6 now that started the game.
That was amazing.
I do like Alex Highsmith. What's up, Puppet? This game's great so far. If you turn it off and go to sleep dreaming of a different one. You're right about that, though. But that's how every AFC North primetime game is. I swear, all of them look just like this. Except for that one Ravens and Browns game with Baker Mayfield. That game was electric. All right, so it's going to be 1st and 10 inside the 5 for the Browns. Just give it to Nick Chubb. They're going to hand it off to Chubb. Chubb's got room to run, and he's going to jump forward across the 10 for a nice gain of about 7 yards. How have y'all been? Yeah, we've been all right. If you're talking about football, we're hanging in there. But life's been okay. How have you been, Puppet? How's your book coming along?
How's his what?
His book. He's been writing a book forever.
Wow.
You knew that.
If I did, I'm old and I forgot.
Well, I guess you're old and you forgot. 2nd down and 3. They're going to hand it off to Chubb, but he slips. And so there's going to be no gain on the play. 3rd down. Nice background. Better than the gray wall behind Alex. I'm glad that you acknowledge it as gray, though. My book been a going. Yeah, because you said Puppet's not writing a book. There's no way. And you used to say that all the time. He's been on it forever. Put on the cleats. Turf monster. Absolutely. All right, 3rd down and 4. 3 minutes to go in the first from the 11. Watson looking to throw, has time, gets the outside, and it's going to be caught by Amari Cooper. And there is a flag that's going to come out with that one. You don't think he caught it?
Oh, he caught it. It's DPI.
Oh, yeah. Well, it doesn't matter then.
Either or. It's first down.
That's a nice catch.
Hold.
You can call it a hold or DPI or both.
The ball's coming at him. It's pass interference.
Yeah, it looks like he was holding him before the pass was thrown too, though. Either way, 1st and 10 for the Browns. They've dug themselves out of the hole. Shane's got dementia. Let the man live his life. Yeah, he did kind of trip over his teammate. It looked like he slipped a little and then tripped. 1st and 10. Hands it off to Chubb up the middle. He's got a lane and he's going all the way to the just shy of the 50. He got tripped up once again, or he might have been gone.
How do you not just sit there and feed that guy the ball?
They don't want to break him. And they have people who can catch passes. They don't have a Kareem Hunt behind them. I don't know who their solid number 2 is. You know, when there was Kareem Hunt, they were more than fine with just, shoveling the ball. You shoving him the ball over and over again, as well as Chubb, because it's balanced. Like Watson to a masseuse. Oh. Oh. All right, 1st and 10. Hands it off to Chubb again. He's going to make a cut across the 50 and into Steelers territory. He's going to be near a 1st down, but he'll be just shy. So it's going to be 2nd down and short for 9 yards. Dude, it's so hard to not hand it off. Like, solid number 2. Yeah, I did, Dave.
Look at that. That.
With 500-plus rushes, his highest yards per rush is 5.3 behind Bo Jackson and Jamal Charles, my boy. I would love to see Jamal Charles on the Chiefs now. All right, 2nd down and 1. They're going to hand it off. This is a different running back, and he's going to push. I don't think he got enough for the 1st down, though. That's going to be Jerome Ford with the carry. That's who it is. I forgot about him. There's another one on their roster, too. I just can't remember his name either. I just, as soon as I started talking about it, went completely blank. They said bring Chubb back in. Ford's going off the field. I think they'll probably take a shot deep here for no reason.
Wow. I think they're going to give the ball to Chubb.
Oh, they might QB sneak it.
Uh-oh, what's Moore doing?
All right, 3rd down and 1. They're going to roll left. He's in trouble. Watson fires, gets it away.
Good play.
He doesn't take a shot, but he throws, and they're saying it's incomplete to Elijah Moore. That was an easy completion if he was able to hold on to it. Amazing contact balance. Yeah, he's just so level with the ground. As long as he doesn't slide, it's hard to bring him down. Yeah, the ball came out once he didn't have a really good grip on it. As soon as he started falling, he was losing it. Yeah, you got to go for it. That's why I thought they'd take a shot down the field. You're not in punting range, and you can't kick a field goal. You got to go.
Give it to Chubb.
4th and 1. They're going to roll to the left. Watson's going to keep it, and he's going to get it. It's going to be a 1st down for the Browns. He takes a shot by a bunch of big guys
on it.
He dove across before he hit the ground, so I think he got that 1st down. That play was a mess, though, Crafty. You're right. Either way, that is going to be the last play of the 1st quarter. And they're going to give them the 1st down. I always forget that they can use Watson in a mobile situation. That was kind of part of his bread and butter back in the day. And then he takes off, and I'm like, oh, yeah, he does that. Even though that was a very, very ugly run.
Man, like I said, we're going to have a defensive game this whole game, but it's been exciting. That's the best part.
Typical Browns logic. Figure out what's working, then do something else. Yeah, you got that right. I'd like to see the play again from a different angle, but I'm fairly confident that he got across the line.
You know, the election's not until next year, and all they keep running is these stupid ads.
Yeah, I don't listen to it. Like, I don't care what you have bad to say about the guy you're running against, because he's just going to say something bad against you, about you too. So I don't listen to these. Some of the commercials are crazy. Why is the new Mortal Kombat game called MK1? That's a good question. Maybe they're rebranding. Maybe they're not going to be See, I thought he got across too. Like, I don't know. You're the one who said like you weren't sure, and so then it made me question it a little bit.
Well, the other one line judge came in from the top, and he looked like he gave a good spot. But the girl that called it the penalty earlier, she came in from the other side and it looked like she was spotting him short. So that's what made me question it.
Well, I got plenty of time in this commercial break to change their mind if they plan to, because they do that sometimes. But yeah, I don't know why they're calling it Mortal Kombat 1. Maybe because even though they had obviously the first Mortal Kombat game, there is no Mortal Kombat game called MK1. So it's not used. It's like the second Call of Duty game is called the Big Red One. Like, your Call of Duty 2. Like, the Big Red One. I'll look it up, though.
Oh, they're still talking about it.
Yeah, see, I told you they would sit and talk about it.
Oh,
it sounds like Pittsburgh's going to challenge.
Oh, he's fumbled.
Oh, that makes it different. But he's got the ball. Maybe.
Look where the ball is at when he picks it up. I wonder if that matters.
I think it kind of matters.
Well, if he fumbled it and picks it up, it's where he picks up the ball is where it's at.
The ball is so close to the line, so I'm not sure how they're gonna. I don't know if they're gonna be able to overturn that, right? Like, it's gonna be one of those situations. There's not enough evidence to overturn it. The ball did come out.
See, Leo, I think they're going to give him the first down because they can't.
You know what? They will figure it out, I'm assuming. All right. Crafty, I have an answer to your question about the Mortal Kombat game because I was curious. And they said the co-creator of the game series has talked about the one aims to represent a new beginning for the series, even if it is a tad bit confusing. So it's not a remake of the original. So he was definitely over before he fumbled.
There's a good view right there.
Wait, does his elbow go down?
The ball's behind the line to gain right now. So if he picked it up right there,
no, when his elbow was coming down, it was still in his hand, but his elbow touched.
It was punched out before his elbow hit.
Yeah, see, that's what I was asking. It's a brand new beginning. You're going to be seeing these characters reintroduced with new roles, new relationships, and that's the main catalyst for it. Not a very exciting answer, by the way, but that is an answer. Yeah, they said it's not a reboot, but it's new beginnings to the series. So, basically a reboot. Elbow was not down. They very well could overturn this.
As long as they're taking on it. I like it that Jones. Oh, he's coming from the backside.
This is, the refs are in a tough position because if they give it back to the Browns, the fans might storm the field. And if they give it to the Steelers, you're gonna hear after this game about this controversial call they had to make, like on fourth and 1.
I love Dave's take. I hate lore behind fighting games. Just punch dudes in the face.
Yeah, but if you punch dudes in the face on a game, it's more legal.
Dude, they're taking forever.
Honestly, I thought all of the last Mortal Kombat games just felt like a cash grab. They were like throwing like Jason Voorhees and like random characters into it. Like that's not Mortal Kombat. You're just like the only time the collab worked was when they did Mortal Kombat versus DC Universe, and I think they should have just never did a collab with characters ever again. Like either ended the game or stuck with what you're doing. It looks like a Steeler recovered the ball, but I don't know at what point because it looks like he grabs it again. But at that point, he's rolled down as soon as he grabs it again. But
yeah,
it ends up in a
that's where they got to try to mark it. I think they're trying to figure out where to mark the ball. And this is a long challenge.
Well, at least they're trying to get it right, right? Street Fighter better than Mortal Kombat. Especially in the newer ones. But the older Mortal Kombats were like some of my favorite games.
Leo, my favorite was Guile. The blonde military combat guy.
Oh, it looks like the Browns offense went to the bench.
If Pittsburgh gets the ball, they're going to go off in Pittsburgh. The stadium's going to erupt.
So they're saying that he fumbled the ball and it was recovered by Pittsburgh. They could have just said he didn't get there. Because he grabs the ball again, but that automatically rules him down because he's on the ground. They could just say he didn't get across the line. And he's obviously down at that point, so that's when the ball just gets into the hands of a Steeler. So they should have just said he didn't get enough. He fumbled and didn't cross the line enough. Either way, it doesn't matter. The ball's going to end up in the same place in the same Steelers' hands. So I don't know why they had to complicate that and be like, oh, yeah, it was a fumble that they lost. Because Watson is like, he pulls it out after Watson's sitting up. I don't think that's a fumble recovered by Pittsburgh. I think it's a fumble recovered by Cleveland that didn't go across the line. Either or, it does not matter. It's the same outcome. But
that's a lot of time.
I just feel like they credited that defender with a fumble for no reason.
All right, well, it looks like Pickett's going to start under center. At least they're ready to rock. They put 22 seconds back on the clock.
So we're back in the first quarter.
We are still in the first quarter. Even everything's going backwards. Oh, there's a false start.
Somebody jumped. About 4 people all went together. 3 defenders and 1 offensive lineman all jumped. Why does that ref have such like a baby face? Like his face like looks like he could be 50 or 5.
For sure.
He's every time he talks, I just want to laugh because he kind of it's like a little baby face.
All right, it's going to be 1st and 15 now. You got 3 wides to the left, 1 in motion. Pickett's back to throw. He looks down the field. He dumps it to his. Ooh, that a fumble?
Ooh. They're saying
here we go back the other way. It's Delpit again. He fumbled
again. Oh no!
And who's going to get it? It goes out of bounds. It's going to be Cleveland's ball if that was in fact a catch.
I don't even know if the original part of that was a catch. He got blown up so fast.
What is going on here?
Are we playing Madden or watching the NFL? All right, so they're saying it's Cleveland's football, so Pittsburgh would have to challenge that.
I wasn't even sure he caught the ball.
Yeah, I want to see. Dude, look at him. He's in pain. He got hit so hard. Let's see this.
Let's see. Well, catch.
2
1,
feet down,
2,
and he
and
tucked it and turned. That's a catch. Both feet down, and he tucked it to turn. It was just really quick. I think him
boom.
tucking it and turning is what they would
Denzel
consider a football move.
Denzel
That's
Ward
close.
knocked him out. Check it out. Boom.
Oh my god. Denzel Ward's not a big guy either.
I am not sure that that's still a catch.
In slow motion, it looks like a catch, right?
I agree.
But in live speed, I didn't think it was a catch. As soon as I slowed it down, I could be convinced.
Yeah, it looks like a catch in slow motion, but in real time,
We're
it
never
looks
going to
like
get out of the first quarter.
I think it's incomplete.
I'm fine if they call it incomplete.
Yeah, Mary Beth, what was that? This game is nuts.
Mike Tomlin and Kevin Stefanski are just playing Madden against each other, and we're just watching the live stream of them playing Madden.
I don't think the Giants are going to put up 51 points against San Fran.
They might put up 24, and that's just out of silliness and then garbage time. Look at this. One dude hit. Oh, God, he took a shot too. Number 6, I think, for the Browns. He took a shot to the head.
They're going to rule it a catch and a fumble. Here we go.
All right, so it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 23. Hands it to Chubb. Chubb's got a little bit of room to work, and he'll take it to about the 21. Short gain. And we made it through the first quarter. If the Giants put up 51 points on the Niners, I don't even know how to feel about that. Like, we did it. 3-7 is your final first quarter score. 52 replays later. Dude, why would they make a name like that? It's already hard enough to say.
Acrisure. That's probably paid a lot of money
The
for
San
that.
Francisco Giants will score 54.
Pitties in an STI says 49ers 34, Giants 13. I'll buy that.
Yeah, I'm saying like 24 is the Giants' max. I'm not saying they will score 24. I'm saying that's their maybe 27, like an in-game field goal just for fantasy point funsies. But I can't see them hitting the 30 mark. But I do see San Francisco hitting the 30 mark, which by default means San Francisco would win.
Or are you saying that game hits the over no matter what?
What do you think the chances that we're really done with the first quarter? What's the over-under on that?
I have no idea. I haven't looked yet, but I'm just
I'll look
saying
right
that by
now.
all this accounts.
Right now, the over-under is 45. So if the Niners score a minimum of 30 and the Giants scored 13, that would hit the under.
Congratulations to the Reds, who got a much-needed win today against the Minnesota Twins that are fighting for a playoff spot.
Yeah, that game just ended, but a few minutes ago. Football, yeah.
Well, I tell you what, these two games today are doozies. We have like a grand total of like 19 points in 2 games.
Well, that game's a little further along. We still got 3 quarters, and if it goes anything like this one, we may never make it to halftime.
Hopefully. I'm looking at some baseball scores. I want to see.
Yeah, the Saints are pinned at their own 3 right now. So, one mistake, and the Panthers could take a lead here.
Did you see any of the details on Patrick's restructuring of his contract to give him 230 million? No, 200 and some million guaranteed.
19 maybe.
Yeah, not as much as Deshaun Watson, but
I said this in the Discord, and anybody in here that wants to join the Discord, the link's in the description. But I said this when actually, I think I posted, but I said I blame Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert, Jalen Hurts, Lamar Jackson, and Deshaun Watson. But I'm happy for the guy. I think he deserves it. 2nd and 7, fires over the middle, and he's got Amari Cooper inside the 10. It's going to be 1st and goal for Cleveland.
The great thing about his contract being, adding on an extension is that it's so long out that they can do whatever they want with the money if they need it at
I
any
mean,
given time.
that's pretty much what they've been doing since he signed it.
Yep, that's why they did what they did. Burrow tried to mimic it, but he didn't go as long.
Yeah, see, I wouldn't hate the Burrow contract if it was longer length. All right, first and goal. They hand it off to Chubb. Chubb's got a little bit of room to work, and he's going to take him inside the 5.
If they don't just hand the ball to Chubb here, wait, is he not getting up?
He's
Uh-oh.
holding his knee. And this is literally the last thing I wanted to see happen tonight. There's a Steeler also down.
That's a Minkah Fitzpatrick. They're both. I wonder if they bang knees.
Oof.
Because that hurts.
Like foosball. You're right. Minkah and Chubb both down together. I'm sure they're going to cut to commercial here just while they take a look since neither of them stood up yet. But Minkah, I don't know if it's his knee. I think he might have
just showed. They're showing the replay. Did you hear the crowd? The crowd just gasped.
Yeah, I didn't see what happened, but
I didn't either. I just heard the crowd.
I know it's Chubb's knee, but I don't know if it's his. They said it's not going to be shown. All right, let me go to Twitter because it's probably already there.
Oh my God.
I don't know what happened.
The crowd gasped when they showed it.
I didn't hear it. I mean, I hope they're okay. Obviously, it's, 2 stars in the league. But it just seemed like such a normal play. And that's when it's always weird. Yeah, it's probably really bad then. And oh God, you hate to see that.
Look, that's the only thing about the NFL that I don't like. I love the brutality and the hard hits. I do not like the injuries.
Tom Grossi just tweeted, yeah, this game is cursed. All right, they said they already have the cart coming out for Nick Chubb.
The best running back, arguably, in the NFL, you can make a case for McCaffrey too, is probably out.
Yeah, but I don't consider McCaffrey a normal running back. I consider him the same thing as Deebo Samuel. Deebo Samuel's not just a running back, right?
And that's fair.
Like, Kareem Hunt fits the, not the same level, but the same description as CMC or Deebo Samuel. Nick Chubb's like a true running back who is like Derrick Henry. There's your comparison in types of, bulldozer.
I agree with that, stranger. Nothing will ever be that bad again. I hope.
Yeah, man. I was just talking with a couple of guests at the casino we work at yesterday about that. I was like, I hope I never have to experience that situation again because, I'm not a Bills fan, but like that just took the whole world, and that was a long night for football fans. And, I'm happy that dude's okay. It would have made me feel a lot better if they would have, before we all went to bed that night, like said he woken up or something, but we didn't get an update until the next day, and I just felt like sick about that. Yeah, they got Chubb on the cart. I can't tell if he's got a. Well, you know what? I have a lot of respect for Pittsburgh giving him a standing ovation while they carted Chubb out of there. But it is going to be second and goal. I don't know about Fitzpatrick. Watson's in trouble. He has nothing. He's going to take off to the right, throws, dumps it down to Ford, and they're going to score here. Filling in for Chubb.
That's where Deshaun Watson's dangerous if he gets out and, behind the line and can make that choice.
And the Steelers take their first lead of the night.
Browns.
Sorry, the Browns take their first lead of the night. I'm trying to I haven't seen anything about Minkah Fitzpatrick though. I didn't see him on the field.
Well, he has to set a play out since they came out there for him.
Yeah, I'm going to continue to look and see if we can figure out.
Somebody's going to post it.
I don't know that I necessarily want to see it. I just want to know what happens. All right, kick is up and it is good, but it looks like somebody jumped. There is a flag on the extra point attempt. They might go for 2 here with Watson for no reason. That's your favorite thing in the world, ain't it? Look at his ref's face and tell me you don't kind of see like an old man and a baby at the same time.
They're going to go for 2.
I told you. It's your favorite thing in the world. I told you they might.
Watch them stop and then lose by a point later.
Man. They might just go for 2 there next time just for funsies anyway. Like if they score another touchdown in this game. All right, so they're going to line up on the 1. You know what? If they still had Chubb, I would support this lineup right here.
They're
but
not
they
going to
don't.
make it.
All right, they're going to turn around, hand it to Ford. And
Oh, he
Ford
got in.
bulldoze his way in for a successful 2-point conversion. And now we've got a funky football score.
Here we go with the funky score.
We love that, I suppose.
You know, Crafty, they said the Steelers fans were chanting Chubb's name as they was carting him off.
Yeah, I saw them give him a standing ovation.
Pittsburgh fans, albeit sometimes can be very crappy about a lot of things, but about players' health and just respect for players, they're pretty dang good.
Either a knee dislocated or a bone through skin. That's got to be why they aren't showing it. A Kevin Ware type injury. Oh, God, I don't want to see that ever again either. That was nasty. Minka collided with his knee. No, Craig, the Steelers jumped on the extra point attempt. They made it. I don't know why they didn't just keep the point, but so that would put them on the 1 with the penalty, so they just went for 2.
They cut a kicker in preseason and then went and got
that dude they drafted last year.
They cut him.
Yeah,
he's on Tennessee's practice squad.
Yeah, he played in preseason and then they went with Hopkins instead.
They cut him.
From now on, going for 2 will be known simply as tailoring. The Zach Taylor. It's the Papa Blood special. It's his favorite decision in the entire world. Unnecessary 2-point conversions.
Hate it.
Is 11-7 score got me? I don't know. I feel like I've seen this score before somehow. Still a slap in the Steelers' face to go for 2 on that. Yeah, they already kicked the field goal. They could have just, can't you take that and take the points and then add it to the kickoff?
Yes, you can.
I thought so. That's what I would have done. Pin them back deeper.
3-point. Pickett's in the gun. Back to pass. Looking. Fires over the middle. It's going to get about 4 yards on first down. Hey, that's Allen Robinson again. Hopefully he has a big day today because I'm losing in fantasy and I need his help.
Did you say Allen Robinson?
Yeah.
Allen Robinson's with the Steelers?
They picked him up in free agency.
I thought he was still with the Browns. I mean, the Rams.
Nope.
That's kind of crazy. I did not know that. Learn something new every day.
Whoa, what a play for Najee. Gets a really weird motion, gets about 2 yards maybe. I was in awe over the play, couldn't even call it.
Once a bear, always a bear. Boo.
Third down and 3. This has got to be the longest. That was got to be the longest quarter in the history of the NFL. There's Mr. Pickens right there. Haven't said Pickett to Pickens yet. Pickens is back to throw. Gets it out. There's a wide open lane down the sideline. He's good to the 40-yard line, 37.
Did they just collide helmets? And that was Warren. See, look, that's another reason that Najee might not get a contract that he wants. Because your number 2s and 3s are able to do it too.
Looks like Pittsburgh's going to go up to the hurry up. Najee's never been a solid first down back and getting yardage. I think he'd be a great third down back. 1st and 10. It's going to hand it off, and Warren gets bum rushed behind the line.
I'm hoping that this Chubb injury is like a dislocation, because I was just scrolling on my timeline to see if they had an update about both of these players, and like Cleveland Sports Talk posted the video of it. I wish they wouldn't have.
It's bad that we're saying I hope it's a dislocated knee.
So the dude's helmet went straight into his kneecap and his leg went the wrong way.
Hope it's not broken.
Yeah, I mean, it could just be overextended, dislocated.
Oh
my God.
Dropped by Austin?
Dude, he just drilled him with that football. Like, he's playing dodgeball. It's weird seeing a 19 and it not being Juju.
Yeah, no doubt. I seen the 19 and I was like, who is that?
His name is
Austin.
What's his first name?
I don't know.
That's why I was looking it up.
Pittsburgh
Calvin Austin III.
Pittsburgh has -3 rushing yards for the game so far. 3rd and 12. Pickett's back to throw. Looking down the field. Rolls out to the left, fires, and throws it away.
That was probably a good decision to not launch it down the middle of the field. Dude, Kenny Pickett's kind of got a cannon. So now the Browns go get Hunt back, you think?
He might be back.
And they overpay due to desperacy. You know what? It could happen. Kick is up, or the punt is up. They're going to let it bounce. And they're going to get pinned about at their own 9. The Browns have a shot here if they can continue to roll on offense to extend their lead before halftime. Who got the ball first to start this game? It was the Browns. It was a pick 6. That's right. Yeah, I've got a lot of respect for the league not showing that replay over and over again like they have in the past. Rams be like, so, anyone need a running back? No, seriously though, I don't know where Cam Akers will be traded to, but I hope Nick Chubb's okay, man. Like, that's devastating. As a football fan, not even as like a... I don't like the Browns, man. Like, you don't like the Browns either. But as a football fan, that's devastating.
I hate injuries, period.
Yeah, that's definitely got to be the worst part of any athletics.
Rams are looking to unload Cam Akers like anytime soon, so he may.
The Rams actually have a first-round pick this year.
Coming? Yeah, that's going to be weird.
Yeah, man. See, we always know that someone's going to have a double pick because of the Rams.
Dude, I agree, stranger. I'm not a Browns fan at all. I don't like seeing anybody hurt ever.
I think the Browns should sign him too. He already knows the offense. I heard Ayuk left with an injury, no update yet. Oh, I hadn't heard that either.
Ayuk's been hot.
I think Ayuk has always been at that level. He's just kind of gotten put in the doghouse, a couple seasons back, and he's just finding his way.
Thank you, Leo.
Oh, yeah, Leo, if you'd like to join our Discord, link's right there. But Leo also has his own Discord. I told him he could promote in here if he'd like to. If you're a Niners fan, you definitely should join that because you got a lot of support on your back in there. But they have fun over there as well. Yeah, I think Fitzpatrick is fine. Like, I think it was his helmet I don't know that he was hurt. I think he was kind of in shock. I think that's kind of what that deal was. But I've not seen any update. 1st and 10, he throws a dart to Bryant. He can't hang on to it. What is it with these two quarterbacks throwing heat right now? Like, we're playing football, not baseball.
And they're throwing behind. They're hitting the back shoulder.
I'll see if I can find anything about Fitzpatrick.
I don't see any blood, so no bone went through the skin.
I didn't think so. All right, 2nd down and 10 from their own 9. Watson drops back. So he's going to step up in the pocket. He tries to take off and keep, but he's going to get sacked. There is a flag on the play.
He's screaming for a face mask. I wonder if he got the call. I didn't see it.
They're going to call a hold on the offensive line. And they decline the penalty, and it's going to be 3rd down.
That is a sack.
That is a sack. So they're thinking what happened with Chubb is that his foot got stuck on the ground when he was running the lane. We've already seen him have issues in this game earlier.
God.
Oh my God. Watson got his face mask yanked. No call on that. 3rd down and 12. Watson standing alone in his own end zone. Finally fires. Hits Jerome Ford in the hands, but it bounces out. It's going to be 4th down and 12. They're going to have to punt from deep in their own end zone. No, I saw the clip of the Chubb injury. I don't really want to see that again. But, he was already having trouble. He slipped a couple times, but someone said they think that he may have got his foot stuck. This game is horrific. I think every time the AFC North, like I said earlier, plays a matchup like this, it's horrific. Why are they showing these games side by side right now? Oh, they're showing a one-handed catch. Punt is up. Is that Olave?
12.
And it's a short punt. He's going to field it, crosses the 50, 45, and he'll finally go down after he crosses the 40 in Browns territory. It could be a promising drive for the Steelers. Yeah, that was Olave.
Oh, my God. The knee's not supposed to bend that way.
Yeah.
All right. Kenny Pickett's got field position inside the 40. They need to do something.
Yeah, they need to capitalize on this drive.
There should be an offside there. There goes Najee to the outside. Is he going to get the edge? Yeah, he does, and gets out of bounds after about 5 or 6.
I need Najee Harris to catch a couple touchdowns or rush a couple touchdowns.
Yeah, I saw the Theismann injury too.
Yeah, they're saying that it's bad when they're hoping it's only season ending. I don't know why they're showing the Saints game side by side, but it looks like the Saints offense is kind of moving now.
Pickett throws the screen out wide to Najee. He only gets about a half a yard, maybe loses a half a yard. I think they marked him behind the line of scrimmage. It's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Yeah, Saints are in the red zone. They're inside of 10 right now.
All right. Pittsburgh really needs to get something going on offense, or this game's going to be just bleh. All right, Pickett's in the gun. 3rd and 5, big play. Back to throw. Here comes the rush. He lets it go across the middle, and he fires the rocket.
And laser, dude.
I mean, that ball was just
why are they throwing this ball so hard right now? Both of them are doing it. even when they do hit their receivers in the hands, there's a lot of heat on it, and they can't hold on to it.
We both knew this game would be defensive, but it's kind of ugly too.
All right, I'm getting off Twitter. I was just looking for any Fitzpatrick updates, but I keep seeing that video everywhere, and I cannot look at it again. All right, I'll be right back because they're going to go to commercial break here.
Good.
Dude, he just drilled that 52-yarder. And we're back to a 1-point game, so I guess, in hindsight, the 2-point conversion matters if the score ended right now.
There's a first down for New Orleans.
If they can get a touchdown, they might win that game because they're 3.5, almost 4 quarters in, and no one's been in the end zone now. But I'll be right back.
Absolutely brutal today in the games. Looks like the Saints are going to push it in for a touchdown. Got to say that I was kind of hoping Carolina would beat them today. Runs it. Is going to go in. I think he made it in. Or did they mark him a half a yard short? They marked him short. No, they got him in. Dennis Allen is calling. It's 12-6. Are they going to go for 2? Nope, I don't think so. Saints fans are cheering. Tony Jones Jr. with the rushing touchdown. Looks like he's in. Really close. Bam. Pittsburgh kicks off. And it's going to go through the back of the end zone. Kick is up and is good. Saints have a 7-point lead with 2:56 to go in the third. Look at Belichick. Dang. There's a handoff, and that's going to be Jerome Ford. I don't know that Cleveland is going to be able to run the ball. We'll see. That is a big part of their game plan today. They're going to try to milk this clock out. Alex is back.
You did not update the score.
Oh, I've not been doing that.
All right, so 2nd and 6 from the 29. Watson's going to keep. No, he might pull it back, and that's going to go down as a sack and a loss of about 1.
I'm just going to go ahead.
Saints. Let's go.
I'm just going to go ahead and say it right now. That might be the last points that Cleveland scores today.
I don't think so. It could be. It could be the last points either team scores, but I think we'll get something in the second half.
Deshaun Watson's going to have to step up.
All right, 8 minutes left to go in the first half. 3rd down and 7. Ford in the backfield with Watson. He's dropping back. He's going to take a shot down the field, and that is caught by Elijah Moore. Are they saying it's out of bounds? And so they're going to say incomplete. I mean, he did catch it, but
he caught it.
He couldn't get his feet in. Okay, they're showing a replay here. Oh, he only got 1 foot in. Oh, he almost got both feet. I think his left toe on his 2nd foot went out of bounds. Oh, that's a tough break for them. So the Browns are going to have to punt here from their own 29. Kick is up, and it's going to go fair caught at about the 17. Kenny Pickett gets another shot.
We might not see another point today, so we got to have fun.
He said, "LOL, Shane, you had one job."
I put the score up after I was told.
Yeah, after I was already doing it. Can you hear my cats? They're screaming.
Do you remember I kept telling you I kept hearing a cat?
Yeah.
I thought it was the kittens in your house that day, but it's not. That little kitten that was out here, he has stayed around, and I can't get him to not come in my yard.
You're right, Dave. Even when the Steelers win most of their games, 90% of their games are just boring.
Mike Tomlin likes to create snooze fests.
Snoozer. But you know what? If you are able to continue winning, I don't think the coach cares how boring it is. I'm not a real fan because I don't appreciate a 3 to 5 slugfest of offenses that can't move. Yeah, the Browns are going to have to get a little creative here, and that doesn't mean hand the ball to Deshaun Watson and let him run with it because it's not working in this game. It's not going to work in this game.
Crafty, thank you. I appreciate the comment.
That one deserves to go up on the board.
Yeah, I know. I wasn't going to repeat it, but that's just going to encourage me to fix my scoreboard so I don't have to worry about it. Well,
you know what? I tune in as much as I can to your streams, and 90% of the time, if someone scores, the next team, the score might score before the scoreboard's fixed.
Dude, I've got to get it fixed. Oh my God, it's been horrible. And I tell you what, that game Sunday afternoon, I could hardly even enjoy it. I didn't even like it. It was not my favorite game.
I didn't mind it. It wasn't a great game, but being able to get to watch up and personal Micah Parsons be that guy.
That's the best part of the game, watching Dallas.
You know what? And people are going to say what they're going to say about Zach Wilson, but I saw a lot of improvement out of him. Yeah, 3 interceptions, whatever, but 2 of them were Micah Parsons' fault. Like, you can't stop that guy.
Dude, Dallas' defense was on time. Najee's going to run it. He's going to push forward and go absolutely nowhere. Cleveland's D-line is getting so much penetration that Najee has to fight just to get to the line of scrimmage. There's no hole there. Watch this on replay.
I mean, the Steelers should have been groomed for a heavy D-line after last week. How many rushing yards did they get against the Niners? I'm going to go look.
4.
Seriously?
No, I don't know. I just guessed.
I would have believed you.
Play action. Pickett's looking to throw. He almost falls down. He throws the screen to Najee, who drops it.
They had 41 yards. Najee was their leading rusher with 31. Warren had 6, and Pickett had 4. What game is Papa talking about?
Dallas
right
and the Jets.
Or the Niners and Steelers, one of the two. Both of them were mentioned.
No, when he put that in, we were talking about Dallas's defense.
Oh, maybe I missed. I didn't see it when it first popped up. It's a big 3rd down. Steelers need to find a way to get down the field.
They need a first down. They need to do something. Pickett's back to throw. He's flushed. Gets it out to Warren. Warren's going to push. He's going to get a first down. That is a great play by Warren. He seems way more active once he gets the ball than Najee right now.
Warren is about to take a grown man's job.
All right, it's 1st and 10. Yeah, Sam, I'm telling you, bro.
Yeah, that made my stomach hurt, man.
There's the snap. Pickett goes play action. Fires downfield. Wide open is Pickens. He's at the 50, the 40, the 30, the 20. He's going to go.
He's going to take it all away.
He goes to the house. Pickett to Pickens for the tutty.
Pickett to Pickens. I
At
guess
least
it's
he didn't
better
get
than
picked.
I guess it's better than a pick.
George Pickens, 71 yards. Split that seam right down the middle, and nobody was there.
I think I've seen that play before, and it was Jamar Chase versus the Ravens like a year or two
They're
ago.
playing zone, and nobody took the middle. Ward had a different assignment on that side. That is exactly why. Craig, come on. You know my answer to that.
Do the Steelers go for 2?
Absolutely not.
They're going to do it. Looks like Pickett is hurt. Or at least he got the wind knocked out of him.
And there is some movement. Oh, well, now if we get encroachment here.
Are they going to go for 2? Are they going to go for 2?
I'm hoping Tomlin holds pat. Unless it's a false start, and then of course not. Yeah, it's encroachment. Yeah, the Steelers are going to do it.
Bring on the offense.
How many rushing yards do they got today, Alex? They better throw it.
They have
Watch Pickens come through the middle here. There is nobody there. Absolutely, somebody blew coverage.
The ref was the closest. The ref was the closest person to George Pickens. Kickers go home. No, yeah, the Steelers have a total of 2 rushing yards right now.
Yeah, so basically they are not going to run the ball. If they do, they're absolutely ignorant, and Mike Tomlin needs a new job.
You know what? Just feed Pickens. Make him get open. But tell him to fight for his right to party, man.
I bet their completion percentage right now is like less than 50. I don't understand this at all. But
they're
anyway,
8 for 14 so far.
What do you want to bet he gets stopped? They better go play action.
I bet they're gonna go play action.
Here goes Pickett.
No, they handed it up. Dude, he lost the football.
Fumbled, and I think Cleveland has the fumble.
I mean,
it does Pittsburgh.
I don't think it matters if Cleveland gets it, but
if it's fumbled into the end zone and Steelers recover, it's 2 points.
Well, yeah, if the Steelers recover, but they were acting like the Browns had it.
It goes back.
It's no good.
Right on, Craig. Give me Freiermuth.
Yeah, Muth. Dude, he tried to jump that pile and he got whacked.
He got stopped dead in his tracks. They've not been able to run the ball at all, so why?
Wait, did he hold on to it until he crossed the line?
Nope.
Nope.
JB!
What's up, JB? Welcome to the madness of Monday Night Football.
So as far as coaching decision-making,
they should
Browns are up an extra point. Pittsburgh's down a point.
But Pittsburgh's winning by 5, so they're doing all right.
I mean,
only QB in the league that doesn't use his tight end.
Freiermuth is excellent too. I got him on my fantasy team, but I can't use him because he never throws to him.
Yeah, well, you also have Travis Kelce, so that's why you don't use him.
Well, I like using tight ends in my flex position sometimes if it's a good
in week
spot.
1, I think I started 3 tight ends in my 3 flex spots. It was like Evan Ingram. No, I had Juwan Johnson also, but I took him out of the lineup and replaced him with someone else at the last minute. And Sam Laporta with Waller as my starting.
See, those are all great guys. My tight ends include Kelce, Freiermuth, and Troutman.
Troutman, yep.
But they don't use him in Denver either, so I can't play him. And then I got the big guy from Georgia that Pittsburgh recruited.
I can't remember what his name is right now.
Yeah,
but love hearing you two call a game. Not worried who wins this game. I'm not worried, but, I feel like being an AFC fan, with both of our teams not at 100% what we're used to seeing. More so yours, but mine as well. Even though they won yesterday, it wasn't like it was convincing. The defense was convincing, but our offense, So it's fun to take, especially since him and I have different teams, to watch two other AFC teams go at it, which are both in his division. And Darnell Washington, that's right. Yeah. But a Steelers win would be big for the Bengals right now.
That's what I said.
Rob, what's going on? Kickoff's up soon. It's going to be a touchback. Yeah, Darnell Washington's the guy Pittsburgh got. He was a late. He fell due to injury, I think. Like 4th or 5th round or something.
I'm not going to lie, Alex. I have waited until I saw Leo's comment before I changed the score.
Yeah, I'm not touching the Steelers score because you're responsible for their offense.
Okay, so that's what it is. I'm responsible for the Steelers score.
I was gone, and there was a score change, and you didn't touch it. And it was the Steelers who scored. 6:05 left in the first half. 1st and 10 from the 25. Watson alone in the backfield. I feel like they're going to try to abandon the run here, which is not good. And he's going to fire over the middle. It's going to be incomplete. Trying to get it to Cooper. Another dart thrown. Brady who? Bucks 2, Chiefs 1. I told you. You know what? I told you Brady who last year, and look where that got you. An embarrassment in the playoffs with an 8-9 record or something stupid. I told you. Shane is responsible for the Steelers offense, so it is your fault. It is your fault.
Okay, I'll swallow that.
All right, 2nd down and 10. They're going to hand it off to Ford. Oh, and he's smacked immediately, but he's still on his feet. They whistled the play dead.
Forward progress.
With forward progress, and it's going to be a loss of, I don't know if they're going to mark it 1, 2, 3. I think it was only like a short loss. I don't know when they whistled it, though. He was mad because he got out of it. It was only a loss of 1. Okay. All right, 3rd down and 11. Watson looking, steps up in the pocket. Pressure was coming, and he throws it, and it's caught, but he can't get to his receivers in bounds. These guys are making great catches, but he's not throwing. That might have been a throwaway, honestly, but he just happened to catch it.
Really nice grab, dude.
Dude, he went flying for that one. Everyone said we sucked this year. You know what? You still got time to suck, Rob. If you got Baker Mayfield, he could implode at any time.
They look better with Baker this year than they did with Tom last year.
That's a fact, though. That is a fact. When we get Mike Evans before the trade deadline, then we'll see. Oh, no! He got smacked hard after the fair catch was called. Yeah, when we have Mike Evans in week 6 and things go south for the Bucks. Nah, I'm just kidding. But I could see the Chiefs pursuing Mike Evans if things don't get better in the next 2 weeks. Yeah, it's going to be a big foul on the Browns. No, congrats on your 2-0 start, Rob. You know, they have proved me wrong so far. I thought the Vikings win was big. The Browns, or the Bears, that was a coin flip game to me, but they held tough. I don't think he saw the fair catch being called because he was hand fighting with the other guy. Well, he'll learn to keep his head up, I guess. That's just a tough call, man. He bulldozed him.
You got to be looking for that hand in the air.
Yeah, especially if you're just streaking down the field.
If you're a gunner, for sure. All right, Pickett's in the gun.
Good field position.
At the 47. He's back to throw, looking. Here comes the blitz. He gets it out. Oh, my God, he threw it to a tight end. Fryer gets the catch.
on the screen, but he slipped. If he hadn't slipped, I think he might have picked up at least 5 yards. At least you got his money worth out of that flag. You right.
Tomlin never changes his expression on the sideline.
Neither is Belichick. I feel like they're two very similar sideline standers. They get mad or they're neutral face.
He's under center. Here comes the handoff to Najee. And
why do they keep handing it to him?
0.
Why do they keep handing it to him? Look, I know you want to get him going at some point in this season, but if it's not working and you got a football game to win.
Well, you know what? At this instance, if you can't run the ball right now, you have got to use the passing game to open up the running game, and you've got to complete some passes. Right now, they don't think Pickett can really beat them downfield.
I just feel like they got enough guys on that roster to spread the ball around and get this defense spread out a little bit.
3rd and 8. Pickett's back to throw. Here comes the pressure. He fires. And that's
caught. That's caught.
Austin with another grab. That was a pretty good grab.
It was a little bit low, but he was able to get up under it. That dude probably doesn't feel good. He's the dude who got bulldozed on the fair catch.
He's got Ward on him. It's really good coverage. It was right where it needed to be. See, there's days that I think Kenny Pickett's going to be a star, and then there's days that I think that he's going to wash.
Dave said, wait.
Back to throw again, looking downfield, but he's...
Oh, they got him. He might have been down.
That should be an incomplete pass.
I think he threw it, but his knee might have been down. They had him around the ankles.
They ruled it as incomplete. It says 2nd and 10.
Yep, that was an incomplete pass. Myles Garrett, man, got to him so fast. Dave.
Second down and 10. I suspect that Cleveland's going to continue blitzing Pickett. Back to throw. He fires.
God, he's throwing it so hard. You can see him throwing it so hard. His body language as he's releasing it, man. It's like he was spiking it.
Watch him. He fires it hard. He didn't miss that throw by much, but man.
Man, does he have a light ball? Like a loft? I mean, you probably don't want to throw a loft right here, but
Well, they need about 6 yards to get into field goal range. Back to throw. He slips. He rolls. Looking. Fires downfield. Incomplete.
God, I just don't understand. Loctite game, which I suspected this game would be just like this, and the other game's no different. 13-6.
Some dandies on Monday Night Football. Divisional games shouldn't be prime time. I agree with you there.
Dude, I've been saying it. I mean, especially NFC East, unless it's the Eagles and Cowboys. Punt is up. There's a flag on the punt, though.
Goes into the end zone.
I just don't, every primetime game of these two teams, or this team versus the either of these teams versus the Ravens, most of the time, every now and then you're going to get that really good, intense, fun back and forth battle, but most of them, they're deadlocked like this. One mistake is the difference in the game. You say illegal formation on the Steelers?
Yep.
We got 2:46 left in the first half. I think tomorrow they're showing the surprise 2-0 teams. I think tomorrow, if we get in here for our recap, that's going to be a big topic of discussion the surprising 2-0 versus the surprising 0-2 teams. I think we should definitely dive into that and kind of talk about them a little bit.
Yes, ma'am. I agree.
All right, so it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 25. I think they got an extra 5 yards on that illegal formation from Pittsburgh.
I love you, Dave.
Watson's looking, pressure's coming. He shakes the guy off, and he looks like he's going to keep. He'll cross the 30, and he'll go out of bounds just a yard or two shy of the first down. There is a flag down, though.
Probably holding when he ran out of the pocket.
So I don't feel obligated to watch. No, they should all be at 1 o'clock, so none of us have to watch.
I agree with that, too. All divisional games should be at 1 o'clock on Sunday.
Yeah. You know, if it's late in the season and it has playoff implications, bump it to 4. So we don't have to watch it on Sunday Night Football. All right, so it's going to be – it looks like it was a penalty on the Browns. It was offensive holding, so it's going to be 1st down and 20 now from the 15.
There's Minkah Fitzpatrick, by the way. He's on the field.
Yeah, I thought I just saw him. All right, 2:20. You know, we only got a play or two left before the 2-minute warning. He's going to fake the handoff. Pressure's coming. He's going to dump it down to Njoku. Njoku crosses the 20, 25, 30. Still going. He'll cross the 40 to the 45, and that's going to be the 2-minute warning.
I got a statement. Why is Pittsburgh trying to tackle the ball and not the guy? Tomlin's going to have their butts.
I feel like everyone turns their brains off when they play against their division rivals. I just feel like everything is like, you can't determine how a team is based on how they play someone in their division. You got to base it off everything else. Cardinals just won. Oh, you're talking about baseball. That's right.
Boy, Dave's going to love it when I have to do a couple baseball games coming up if the Reds make the playoffs.
Oh, I don't know if I can watch a baseball stream.
Oh, it'll be a lot of talking for sure.
Yeah, I don't know about all that for me.
Man, this Reds team I'm so impressed with through injuries and all their newfound pitching in the minor leagues. I'm just impressed with how well they played. With
as many rookies as they have? Absolutely. That's what we talked about last night. Someone in here was talking about them last night.
Yeah, Mike. Can't think of his name.
He was in here talking about him, but I think it was someone else who brought it back up. Hey, Craig, have a good one.
Later, Craig.
We'll see you one day this week.
We'll be on here a couple nights this week for sure. So,
Reds postseason watch party sounds great. Yeah, dude, I mean, I think it could be fun, but I've been so out of baseball this year that I don't think it's appropriate for me to get into baseball just to watch the playoffs.
I'm such a huge baseball guy, and I just have been so disappointed with management in Cincinnati, and I still am, that I haven't had the nerve to do it. But I'm so excited for this team. It's unbelievable.
I mean, I'm excited for them. If they can win just one playoff game, it's already an improvement.
You know, 420. I'm a big Spencer Steer guy. I think
honestly, yeah. No, I'm with you. But Leo said, I think I'd rather be in here for some golf play-by-play over baseball. And I feel like if I could get myself into golf, I 100% would stream it just to hang out with you guys, because I feel like golf commentary is, for it being a sport that I don't like as much, their commentary is amazing.
Yeah, I agree that wholeheartedly. The Castellinis need to go. David Bell, I don't like him either.
Oh, it looks like the Panthers tacked on another 3 points. All right, 1st and 10. Watson stepping up. Pressure's coming. He throws, but the ball's batted at the line. He had a guy wide open, Amari Cooper, but it's going to be incomplete because he can't get the ball there. Just got to make sure you whisper. You have to whisper and you have to have an accent. And you've got to say really, really off the wall things. That's how you do golf.
Tiger's on the tee at 4. He slices it wide to right. I can do golf. I can't.
Dude, it would be so much fun. Second down and 10 from their own 44. Watson looking. Fires quick to the outside of Ford. Ford crosses the 50, and he's going to go out of bounds about a yard shy of the first down. Third and short coming up. They'll stop the clock with 1:49. They have 2 timeouts remaining. The Steelers still have all 3, so they're going to mark it 2 yards shy. It'll be 3rd down and 2.
It's the longest football game in the history, Chris.
What quarter is it? I don't know. We might still be in the first for all I know. We went back in time in that game because it was the first quarter it ended, but then they determined a turnover, and so we went back to the first quarter. All right, 3rd down and 2. Watson's flushed left. He finally throws it. He should have just kept it at that point and took off with it, but there is a flag. It's probably going to be on the offensive line here. Dave, you mean the Brewers just lost? No, it's going to be a face mask on the defense. More reason he should have just kept it and took off with it. Now they're going to call the face masks. Maybe there wasn't a face mask. They're just making it up from earlier. They're like, yeah, like 16 hours ago, he pulled Deshaun Watson's helmet down.
Oh my God, it was a stiff arm.
Yeah, this feels like a makeup call from that missed one in the end zone. What's up, Higgles?
What up, Higgles? Higgles is in Arkansas, hanging with the moms.
I feel like you just called him Zach Wilson. 1st and 10 from the 33 now. Big gain after the penalty. And they hand it off to Ford. Ford's going to fall forward to about the 30. Hey, Chris, we're doing all right. I'm really tired today. But I had a crazy day at work. I'm not even going to play about that. It was crazy for me. Unexpected, but good. How are you doing, Chris? 2nd down and 7. The play clock is rolling. Neither team chose to use a timeout here.
I think they want to get to halftime too.
This has been the first scoring opportunity for the Browns in a while, though. 2nd and 7. Pass is batted at the line. Actually, he might have thrown it into a helmet. I didn't see a hand go up, so I feel like he doinked it off someone's helmet.
Man, TJ Watt has got the most evil stank face I've ever seen.
So does Myles Garrett. Both of them equally. They're like the same person on different teams in a division. Scary. All right, it's going to be 3rd down and 7. Clock stopped at 1:03, so they didn't have to use a timeout, neither of them. Big play right here for both teams. If Pittsburgh can hold them to 3, that'd be huge for them right now. Watson looking. He's trying to get out of pressure. He's going to go down with a sack. The last thing he needed, but it looks like he's hurting.
Oh, look at his knee. He twisted when he went down.
I was going to say, his knee looks okay. He stands up, but he seems a little shaken up right there. That's TJ Watt going to get the sack. What happened at work? Well, the other first shift guy with me had to go to a funeral today, so he left an hour after I got there, and then we didn't have anyone else coming in for another hour or 2, and our biggest high roller came in and did not stop all day for 8 hours straight. I touched so much money today. It was a wild day in the casino.
TJ Watt, 81.5 sacks, most in franchise history.
Why does it feel like he has double that? It feels like he's got closer to 200.
Pittsburgh uses the timeout.
It's 4th and 14. Are they in field goal range after the sack?
It's like 56-yard attempt, I think.
I'd say kick it. I have faith in Hopkins, dude. If it's 56, I'd kick it.
He's already missed how many today?
Has he missed one today? I still say kick it. How much money have you ever touched at work before?
Shoot.
Oh, man. Like in one day? A lot.
How
I
about at
don't
one
know.
time?
At one time,
Biggest jackpot.
biggest jackpot today after the taxes taken out of it was like 61,000. Biggest jackpot ever was
You
closer
got
to
it.
closer to 200. Dude, you almost nailed that. It was a 55-yard attempt. Hopkins up for the score. If Mizzou can do it, he can do it. Facts. I had faith in him from the beginning. But yeah, today it was like 61,000. I had 6 bands.
Mostly for people on the floor to catch a cheater, it's very hard. It's usually surveillance that figures it out.
Even if we do, like we're legally not allowed to say it. I can't, like, even if my sister came to the casino, I couldn't call my dad and be like, "Hey, did you see my sister was at the casino today?" Like, I can't even do that in their family. Like if my nana came and someone asked me where she was, I'm legally just not allowed to say they were at the casino. But yeah, I've seen a few. When I first started, there was a player that they told me during my training, "Hey, if you see him coming with a different woman other than his wife, don't say anything." Like, because he was a high roller, and they told me before I even ever stepped on the floor, they said, "Hey, this is this guy. You might see him with a different woman every now and then." We refer to her as the mistress. I don't know how that relationship works. But we're just not allowed to say anything. And they said if you see it, just pretend like it don't happen.
Because that's tattling, and nobody likes a tattler.
Yeah, but we can get in legal law stuff for that. Gonna step away, put some laundry in the wash, and cook up some dinner. And by cook, I mean pump something in the microwave. I'll be back after halftime. Word. What's up, John? I saw you come in here and I meant to say hello. I don't think that I did, but this is me actually
And
saying
hey,
hello now. Also, Daniel, nice to see you as well.
Pittsburgh's going to the locker room. We are officially at the half.
What's the deal with the roulette wheel? I've always had a theory that the ball and the wheel are both magnetic. And one time a lady spun it and the ball never dropped. I think maybe in shady casinos that probably has happened. In our casino, I have held the balls myself, because sometimes they have gone flying and their table games looks at us like, "Will you help us find that?" There's no metal in that. It's just like a marble, like a heavy marble. I don't think there's any. I watched it go down the escalator, and I know if it was magnetic, it wouldn't have just bounced down the escalator like that. So there's no magnet in it.
So, interestingly enough about roulette, since it was asked, our roulette wheel, since we are on a boat, has levelers on it, and if we have to list the boat or put water and make the boat change its elevation for any reason whatsoever, we have to go back and legally balance the roulette table back out to make it.
So actually, our gaming commission comes every single day and makes sure it's level before they're able to open the table up.
Yep.
So it's like every single day. And sometimes when they switch from first shift to second shift, we'll bring them out to check it if it was already open. Like when the gaming commission switch shifts.
The only real roulette for real men is Russian. Yeah, Crafty.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know a whole lot about cards, tables, but I do know that there's no magnet in the roulette wheel ball. I have seen movies, where there's different sizes, like those gambling movies, but I'm not a roulette fan. I did a video roulette tournament thing that they did for the employees once, and I scored 0 points total. They gave you $2,000 worth of credits. I mean, there was no real money involved, but they just put them on the game so you could play it. And yeah, I turned that 2,000 into 200, so I would have lost a lot of money if I was on a table.
Cardinals put Buda Baker on IR. That's huge.
I did see that this morning. And then Saquon has an ankle sprain. He's probably going to miss the next 3 games, which is against the Niners. I cannot remember what the other 2 were. I had it up earlier. Dude, that's crazy, Dave. Yeah, if you can get a hot streak on games like roulette, then you can make a lot of money. And I've seen it happen. Hawks in Miami. You're right. You're right. I knew there was one AFC team in there. That's a tough draw, man. Missing their big guy, but maybe they'll be able to get the pass game going. You either lose everything right away, but you start sitting on $1,000 of house money and side bet double eights and stuff, and really can make bank. Yeah, I mean, I've watched a little bit. Oh, I gamble, but I do not touch table games, cards, roulette, craps. I don't touch none of that. Like the house always wins, either way, whether you're on tables or slots, whatever. You can make money, but it's not designed for you to win all the time or for everyone to win. But if I go to a casino, I'll just play on a slot machine and that's fine. Ritter versus Lawrence in London on October 1st. The Jags get 2 London games, so why is it they were allowed to get extra home games? I don't know where Dad was. He just kind of said bye. It's fun to watch. We get a lot of people playing it at work, and they get really animated, but I just stay away from it, especially if I can't take $2,000 of fake money and win more than $200 total of fake money. So I lost $1,800. That's a sign that you should just not play. All right, so the Saints, I know someone said it that they scored a touchdown, but they're up 20-9 with 3 minutes left. Yeah, it's been a tough, Bryce Young's going to have a bit of a tough year. Lots of growing pains. So they put this game on for us to watch during halftime. So they got Bryce Young 1st and 10 at the 25. He's going to quick throw to the middle of the field and pick up about 5 yards. They're going to give him 6. But that game's pretty well over. I just don't see them routing a comeback that big. I don't know. The Ritter versus Lawrence, I feel like I'm probably interested in watching that game. I know people don't prefer it, and especially you guys that are out on the West Coast, that's like 6 a.m. for you. It's around 9 o'clock in the morning for me when those games are played. And I'm usually at work, but I don't know what it is, but watching those early morning football games, something about it is fun. It gets me all jacked up for the rest of Sunday. Usually it's matchups I don't care about, but the Chiefs will be going to Germany to play the Dolphins. I'm sure it's going to be a similar start time for that. I don't know what their time zone looks like comparatively. Nice pass by Bryce Young for the 1st down.
Yeah, Bryce Young has plenty of talent. What's up, Shinksy?
What's up, Shinksy? Most we won was 200. I think the most I've ever won at a casino was like $700. I think I've won more sports betting at once than I ever have at a casino. But yeah, I do like it. I try to stay away from it because I have too much fun and then I lose too much money. Get revenge for the Patriots when you play the Dolphins for me? I sure freaking hope so. Hopefully our offense is fixed by then, because if not, I don't know that we're going to be able to score. Go toe-to-toe. Our defense might keep the Dolphins in check. They're getting better each week, but it's going to be tough. Either up and can do well, rich get richer. A lot of nights you're paying for free drinks at $300 a cup. Dang.
Yeah, Mike, I was really stoked that they beat the Twins down today. For sure.
Panthers fans already leaving the stadium. I think they have real fans. I really do. I don't think nobody in that stadium with a Panthers jersey on or bandwagon. And maybe the Alabama fans because, or yeah, that's where Young come from, right? Because I've noticed that I work with a lot of Alabama fans, and they tend to just cheer for their guys in the NFL, which is fine. I think that's what a lot of people do with the NBA as well. You know, they just follow players that they like because they move around so much. You know, Carr might have had an ugly interception, but he's had a solid. You know, he's getting along in that offense all right. We have a British pub that puts up bleachers for Premier League soccer and NFL games open at 5 a.m. That's the day you're not going to Home Depot and working on the yard. That's fair. Ask Alabama fans what their favorite class was when they went there. Well, the one of the ones that I worked there, I'm pretty sure actually went to Alabama, and his wife is just a fan because he's a fan. And I think that's fair if like your spouse went to school there or Carolina basketball. That's also all three are valid. That's why I don't cheer for college sports too heavily. This guy actually went to Indiana for a little bit.
Yeah, I couldn't maintain class schedule and
Party
bar
schedule.
night.
Your party schedule and class schedule conflicted, so you took the priority and kicked the classes to the curb.
Honestly, most 18-year-olds are probably not equipped for the lifestyle. If you go to Bloomington to hang out, it's strategically positioned for you to be an alcoholic, no lie.
Same with Ball State, if we're talking Indiana schools. Like, honestly.
Yeah,
Someone
Ball
in here,
State.
I think it was Sam, he was talking about Ball State parties the other day. Like, that's how Ball State come up. They were talking about the parties.
Did you hear the jingles?
I didn't.
Oh, your cat's trying to get my attention.
Love that boy.
He
I
was
get
over
it.
here
I'm
earlier.
a scientist. Well, you know, some people are just they've got more will to do it. I think that's what it comes down to is having the will to just do it. Even if you live in the party lifestyle, some people make it all the way through college still because they have a stronger motivation and will than people like me. I don't. 98% of Notre Dame fans couldn't get in there.
Vincent.
Hearted Vincent's. I've heard that. I actually knew a girl who played like basketball there, but I don't know too much about the school.
Yeah, Vincennes Vincennes is considered a JUCO, so a lot of people go there to try to get their sports up so they can get to Division I or whatever. But Vincennes is considered a pretty good party school as well.
I went to a party at Center College, and it's past Eastern Kentucky, I think. And they party hard there. I went out there because Lauren was going to school there. She actually graduated from there. She went 4 years. I was impressed. I think she's one of the few in my friend group that went at least 4 years and finished.
Dave, if I had it to do over again, I would have focused more on the schooling than I would the partying. I mean, all things worked out pretty good regardless, but
I mean, it sounded like it, so basically, but I'll just type it in the chat because if I say it, it's not going to sound any better.
it's Center, but it's spelled Centre.
Yeah, it was a Halloween party and everyone just wore onesies. Every person on that entire campus was in a onesie because it was like 30 degrees on Halloween. I just remember eating pizza rolls at her best friend in school's like apartment that she had at like 5:30 in the morning, and I was freezing. Like that was the whole thing. And I pet some girl's service dog because she was really drunk and she was kind of just doing her own thing. So I was like, I'll pet your dog if you're not going to pay attention to it. But if you take, because we didn't stay there, we mostly stayed at her friend's like a little apartment place, but we went into a fraternity house for like because they had like a dance floor room, and that's where that we saw that girl with the dog, and I was like, I don't want to be here anymore, so we just left. But I got to play with the dog for like an hour. You could tell that dog hated that girl. Hey, we're back from the second half. This second half is either going to be 16 hours long or it's going to fly by. Maybe one of the teams will be able to run the football in this half. I can hear your TV, by the way.
Oh, I didn't know you could. Had it down pretty low.
I didn't know I could either until I heard an echo from my TV, and it had to have been yours because I wouldn't hear mine through my headphones. I heard
It's that.
What's his face?
Joe Buck.
Yeah, Joe Buck. I could hear him echoing. Yeah, I wasn't the college party thing wasn't for me.
You know, before we get this second half started, I got a question for you.
No, I didn't say Harris. I just said a team being able to run. That could be Warren.
Do you think Deshaun Watson was Deshaun Watson because he had DeAndre Hopkins?
Kickoff is obviously going to be a touchback. No, I mean, most of what Deshaun did, I mean, DeAndre Hopkins was part of some of those big explosive plays, but, you know, he was just Lamar, essentially. You know, just running all over the field. No one could tackle him. Like, he was really elusive. He just kept you could get two guys with their hands wrapped around him, and he's gonna get out of it somehow. Like, that was the whole thing. Yeah.
I just feel like he doesn't look right. Pickett's back to pass. He rolls out on a bootleg, looking downfield. He's going to throw it away. No,
that's big.
Oh, he dropped it.
Oh, he dropped it. I didn't think he expected that ball to be in his hands.
Oh, my God. You're right.
Like, the way he turned his body, no way. Oh, man, he did try to catch it. And then his flop to the ground. That was just the flop was the full disappointment. That would have been a crazy pick and maybe change the trajectory of this game.
Man, Mike, this Steelers team feels broken right now. Defense looks great. Offense is broken. Pickett goes downfield. And where did that go?
He didn't go deep enough, or the receiver overran the route.
Yeah, it didn't look great.
Both don't fit here. I mean, I think a Steelers win can get their season back on track, honestly. I don't know who they got next week. Let me look. They got the Raiders next week. That's good. That game feels like it'll be like this game for some reason. Like low score.
Pass, looking downfield. He's looking downfield. He lets it go over the middle. It's caught by Pickens, who's free again and gets across midfield into Cleveland territory.
I just don't understand why these QBs both feel like they need to throw it 200 miles an hour every single ball.
And we have
an injured Brown.
Number 99.
Smith? Oh, the dude that came from Minnesota.
Za'Darius.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Who was a big part in beating up on Cincinnati last week.
Yeah. Sunday night in Vegas. All right. I just
That
got a
sounds like an
notification that a
interesting game.
patron died while attending a game. You know what? I feel like I heard that too. I didn't read the article, but I feel like I heard about that.
Let's see. Oh, he twisted
Oh,
his ankle.
yeah, he hit the other guy on his team's ankle and twisted his own.
Yeah, it was like he stepped on his foot and then it twisted. Hopefully, it's minor.
I'll be a Steelers fan next week. They're playing Vegas. Yeah. Someone's got to get this this Raiders team checked down a little bit. I think the Bills did that a little bit. But I need the Raiders to lose like 2 more, and then they
Dave
can do
said.
whatever they want.
Dave said Z hasn't been healthy for like 4 seasons.
I mean, he would know. He had him first before the Vikings did last year. He had him half of those 4 seasons. Well, it's just like OBJ, man. We didn't know about him either. Coming back from his second ACL. I mean, he looked fine, but they said he tweaked his ankle.
Still not sure that he's ever going to be what he was.
I mean, he was kind of that guy in LA with the Rams. But you're right. I mean, 100%.
Jeff wants to know what's up with the Raiders. I'm a little confused on what's up with them. I didn't expect them to double anyone's score or break 30.
I mean, they came out in week 1 and impressed everybody. Maybe, I mean, I'm not impressed, but they did a lot better than I thought. Either that or the Broncos are even worse than I thought. But the Raiders have a good win streak going against the Broncos. They've been beating up on them the last couple years. And then yesterday, they played the Bills, and they started off real hot. They went up, I think, 10-0, and then they kind of faltered the rest of the game. Devontae Adams went out with an injury, and that's a big loss. They said he's fine though, so he'll probably play next week. He kind of got smacked in the head, and I think maybe they took him out for concussion protocol, but I couldn't tell if it was a neck injury or like a concussion kind of thing. They're a weird team this year. I think the Raiders have a shot to win a couple more games, like go on a win streak. At this point, I believe in them more than I do the Broncos. And that's saying a lot. Because I had at least some faith. Help Saints won. Yeah, that game felt... Well, the Panthers couldn't get in the end zone. That was a big issue with it.
Warren with the big run up the middle. He's going to get 4 or 5 on first down. Maybe he can spark the running game for Pittsburgh tonight.
I'm telling you. I told you, someone might be able to run. It maybe not Najee. I'd love to see that guy do well, but ever since his rookie season, like after that, he's not really done much of anything. His field vision isn't that great either.
All right, here we go. It's 2nd and 5. Very manageable for Pickett. Let's see what happens. He's going to go play. No, he hands it off, and Warren's going to bust forward for a first down. Looks like getting a few yards on first down is good for them because then
I took the Saints and Browns in this Monday night doubleheader.
I forgot who I took in the Saints-Carolina game. I think I took Carolina.
Wait, I've got the paper right here.
Thank you, because I can't remember. I changed my mind.
Also took the Saints.
Sweet.
You took the Saints and the Steelers.
There is just this Cleveland defensive line is there to stop the run. They're on it today. It's going to be 2nd down and 9. Warren's going to get the carries. I like this. Hopefully Warren. Oh, they didn't get nothing. 2nd and 10. Najee's back in the game. It's going to force Pickett into passing here.
Maybe they might hand it off still because I don't think they're going to hand it to him anymore.
Looks Cleveland's threatening to blitz. They got, yep, here it comes. Fires, gets it at the Pickens. Pickens tries to jump over Ward. What was that?
He like bunny hopped into him. Have you ever seen like a bunny in distress and how they just jump forward? Like that's what just happened, and he kind of just bounces off of him.
I thought he was gonna like try to do like some acrobatic drop kick. Watch this. Pickett turns and goes right, and he on the curl, and then he goes and just
Maybe he thought he was gonna go low on him, and he was gonna jump over him.
Yeah, because like watch him push off the helmet or the shoulder. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think he thought he was gonna dive at his feet. He just bunny hopped him though. That was funny.
Pretty cool. Add some acrobatics. It's 3rd and a manageable 2. Let's see if Pittsburgh can get it. Fires at Pickens and he drops it.
I don't think he drops it. I just don't think he caught it.
Well, I mean, it looked like it hit him
on the ground. It might have hit him on the hands and then hit the ground. It's hard. It didn't feel like a drop play.
Are they going to go on 4th and? Nope, they're going to kick. This ought to be a dandy.
How far is this field goal?
I don't know how. 50 even.
50 even.
All right, here comes the snap. Kick is up. Bad snap, good hold. And it is good.
They extend their lead to 4.
Pittsburgh tacks.
5. They extend their lead to 5. My apologies.
Yeah, it's a screwed up score, right?
We love it. We got 11:47 left in this 3rd quarter. That was a bad snap.
Great job by the holder. Might be the difference in the game, honestly.
Is that Boswell?
The kicker,
oh,
yeah.
That's definitely Boswell. You can see it in his face. There's a few kickers that just have the most recognizable face. Speaking of kickers, I heard that your kicker, his wife, just announced that they're having a baby.
Evan, I didn't even know he had it in him to be a daddy. I thought he was like a 23-year-old virgin. I mean, he's
married, so
I just keep thinking
last year, I think.
I keep thinking back to the Super Bowl where he skipped halftime so he could watch Taylor Swift. You know.
Do you even remember who was on that halftime? It was all of the rappers.
I thought that was the Taylor. I thought that was the Taylor Swift one.
Taylor Swift has told them no 8 years in a row to playing the Super Bowl. It was like 50 Cent, Snoop Dogg. Like, it was like a bunch of all-time great.
It was, yeah.
It was your Super Bowl.
For some reason, I guess, yeah. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Eminem, Mary J. Blige, and Kendrick Lamar.
You just called all of those people Taylor Swift.
Yeah, I because I didn't think that he liked that kind of thing. I thought for sure it was Taylor Swift, but
Taylor Swift is literally denied the Super Bowl most of this decade. They ask her every year.
That's hilarious.
And then Rihanna played last year, and you confusing Rihanna for Taylor Swift makes 0 sense also.
No, Rihanna did that one pregnant, I remember.
Yeah, it was pretty good. People hated it. People hate every Super Bowl halftime, but I liked it. I liked your team's Super Bowl. You know, I liked Shakira and J-Lo, the Niners Chiefs Super Bowl. That one was really good.
What do you think about the rumors about Taylor and Travis Kelce being a thing?
People just want something to talk about. Neither of them have time for each other.
They were talking. I can't remember where I heard them talking about it the other day.
Oh, you're going to hear it everywhere you go. But I don't even know what sparked that rumor. Well, I do know because Travis Kelce went on the podcast and said he went to the Taylor Swift show and he tried to give her a bracelet with his phone number on it, but she said she didn't want to see him.
Hilarious.
But they're just going to run with that until the end of time. And watch, we'll never see a picture of them in the same room ever. But they're dating. All right, 1st and 10 from the 25. They've got Ford in the backfield.
Ooh.
And he's going to throw, gets it to Njoku, caught at the 30. Yeah, see, 99% of football fans hate Kelce and hate Taylor Swift, or they love both of them. Like, it's one or the other. And so, people are going to talk. Most hated and most loved at the same time. So until someone shuts that rumor down, one of them, which neither of them will, we're going to have to hear about it over and over again. 2nd down and 5 from the 30. Might try to get a run game going here, and they're going to hand it off to Ford. Ford tries to get to the outside. He breaks out and goes the other way. He's got a lane to run, crossing the 40, the 50, back to the 40, 30. He's going to take it all the way inside the 10, and he's going to trip into the end zone for a touchdown. That drive was probably not good for the Cleveland defense, but it gives them the lead. Would you rather go to a Chiefs Super Bowl or a Taylor Swift concert? Well, I've already done one of those, so a Chiefs Super Bowl, easy. It's a lot easier to go to a Taylor Swift show than it is a Super Bowl. She goes all over the country. Super Bowl's once a year.
Oh, he didn't get in.
I know he was close. He dove forward.
Look.
Oh, he's about 3 inches away from that line, max.
But did he roll in before a part of his body down?
I feel like he did, but...
Oh, well, they already checked it.
They've already checked it. I think this is a good call.
Fitzpatrick is coughing.
All right, so it's going to be 1st and goal. And they hand it off to him, and he gets denied. That's not Ford with the carry. That is Strong. Pierre Strong.
Wow. He just got met and stopped by Roberts, dude.
Dead stopped in his tracks, man. He hit a wall. Chris just assumed that Dave has grandchildren. That's funny. All right, 2nd down and goal. They're going to hand it off again. This time he's going to push his way in for the touchdown. And now the Browns retake the lead. Oops. Do they go for 2? Do they go for 2?
Without Nick Chubb, of course my answer is no.
Well, they got guys, and they're going to do it. This is the 2-point conversion game.
Okay.
Look, they got Amari Cooper, Elijah Moore. Njoku, that's who I'd go to right here.
Yeah, it should be a quick throw. Uh-oh. He's going to run it in.
He's going to skip his way in for a successful 2 to make this a 3-point ball game.
Nice.
I mean, if it works, keep doing it.
Best part about that play is that Pittsburgh does not run a contain. They don't look at him like they do Lamar. They should be running their defensive line like they do for Lamar, try to keep him in the pocket. Deshaun.
Yeah, I mean, he's more, even if he's throwing, he's more accurate in the pocket anyway. So anytime he gets outside, if you can stop the run, you're more likely for a turnover or incompletion than a a pass down the field that's connected.
Yeah,
because the only time he's connected really is out of bounds.
Yeah, they're blitzing him like a passer, and he's been very mobile. That's been where he's been his best today.
That's how he started his career, being really mobile. He's just got a little bit of a better offensive line now than he used to. That's the only difference.
The question is, does Pittsburgh have the balls to answer?
Well, if they can get some guys to catch some passes and able to move the football, all they need is 3 to, really, at this point in time, a touchdown is huge, but 3 can save the game at this point for them.
I'll make a point here. This next drive for Pittsburgh should be a fairly decent one because the Browns defense did not get much time to rest after the last.
That's what I was thinking when I thought that was initially a touchdown on that big play. Is like, okay, their defense was off the field for 30 seconds. I mean, they weren't off the field very long, but the way both of them are. I
mean, that's the thing. This game may come down to time of possession and how tired the defense is at the end, because it seems to be pretty back and forth. Jeff said you're making the Bronx look bad with all the 2 points.
It don't take much.
Leave them alone.
It don't take much.
Pittsburgh's got to run the ball a little bit, though. They've got to find a way. And Warren looks to be the best guy to do that today.
I mean, Warren's been the guy that's been able to do anything. And he's got 9 rushing yards in this game, if you can believe that. Warren. Najee has 4. He has 9. But Warren does have 56 yards from catching passes. It's going to be a touchback for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Yeah, so really he's got like 70 yards total, but only 9 on the ground.
Back. Sorry I'm late. I didn't mean to cause you so much pain.
It's okay, Leo. We forgive you.
Pittsburgh's got to find a way to run the ball on this drive a little bit. Somehow they can't just rely on the pass. But let's see. Pickett's back to throw. It's knocked down at the line of scrimmage by numero 93. That is Harris.
It looks like Zadarius Smith is still in the game also.
Good. Oh, Watson put the block on Fitzpatrick that freed him.
I guess you got to do what you got to do. Take one for the team.
Yeah, mostly. I thought that too, but I didn't say nothing to her. Pickett's back to throw. He fires downfield. Wide open is Pickens in the middle of that zone.
I mean, there's only one Mike Brown that owns the Cleveland Browns. It was correct earlier. I probably erased the E. Or E.
The S.
I don't even know what I'm saying. The S when I was changing the scores and I messed it up earlier. Either that or he intentionally erased the S just because I said he was responsible for the Steelers. Pickett's in trouble. I think that is Shelby Harris, by the way, to answer your question.
Yeah, he's got to be getting there in years. There is only one Cleveland Brown, and he got hurt.
I'm looking for. Oh wait, I'm looking at the wrong defense. He's 32. This is his 9th season.
Pickett's back to pass. He fires. He gets it complete to
Pick
I'm not
squared,
sure
yeah.
who that was, but somebody's
Somebody's
hurt. Is
hurt.
it Ward?
I think it's number 0.
Newsom?
Yeah, it might be Greg Newsom, yeah. He's grabbing his arm. Yep, that was Newsom.
Johnny Football. Let's see what he did. Oh! Hyperextended his knee, I bet.
He was grabbing his arm.
Did you see how his foot went? Well, maybe you're right, but it looked like he hyperextended it.
I don't think so. I think it was something. I mean, maybe he just grabbed his arm because he couldn't reach his leg because his leg hurt.
Johnny Football, probably the worst draft pick almost ever.
I don't know. There's been some bad ones.
Jamarcus Russell.
I don't know. Clyde Edwards-Helaire in the first round. He'd have been fine. He'd have been justifiable in like the third. I do like Clyde. But as a first round pick, that's a terrible pick. Mac Jones is one of them. Mac Jones is not the worst quarterback I've ever seen by far. Yeah, I see he got his arm stuck. I think he hurt his arm.
I'm with. Come on, Leo, be on my side. I like that. Jamarcus Russell was horrible.
Now, Jamarcus Russell's got to be the number one option like when you first think the worst draft pick of all time. But you know what? It happens. Johnny Football's got to be up there, but I wouldn't say worst. For a lineman who lasted about 3 seasons. That's fair. That is fair.
Barry Sanders was my favorite running back ever. Detroit's had several of my favorite players. Megatron, Barry Sanders. Dude, this game is not, the third quarter is not even half over.
I told you it was going to take like 4 hours to get through this game, this second half. Okay, they said he was in the medical tent.
Pickett's in the gun. It's 3rd and 16. They're going to have to let something go downfield, and they throw a screen to Warren. They're going to give him a chance to get out there. He gets most of it back, but it's going to be about 4th and 6.
They could go for it.
I doubt that. Pickett's already running off the field. They're going to put their defense out there.
I trust their defense, honestly.
That's about the only part of their game that I do trust right now.
I mean, the defensive turnover.
John Ross was a horrible first-round pick.
Dude couldn't stay healthy. He came to our Chiefs training camp, and after the first day, he announced his retirement. Is someone hurt?
Yeah, that linebacker crushed that running back earlier.
Roberts, yeah. What happened?
Not sure.
That was strange. An hour before this game, and it's gonna go like 2 hours past the end of that game. Yeah, it started exactly 1 hour before this game.
Elandon Roberts. That's a really strange name. Elandon. Yeah, he's shaking his head. Might be concussed.
I mean, good on him to get out of the game if something's wrong instead of just staying in there. All right, so they're lining up to punt now. Kick is up. They're going to try to pin him deep. And they're going to let it bounce, but he can't save it. That was a good shot. He almost got it in there. And the Browns will start at the 20. $9:30. I thought they started at 9, but I guess pregame. Is Mark Sanchez going over to London to do that again? Because I feel like every London game last year, Mark Sanchez was there doing the announcing.
Is that because nobody else wanted to go?
I don't know. It was nice listening to him, though. You don't hear much of him. 1st and 10, they're going to hand it off to Elijah Moore. He'll get about 5 yards.
Might be the best option.
Well, they need to try to chew as much clock as possible, but still gain yards. All right, 2nd and 5, just shy of the 25. Watson looking to throw, has plenty of time. He's going to flush to the right side, and he's going to keep himself. Don't go out of bounds. And he went out of bounds. I know it's only the 3rd quarter, but they need to let this clock
Pittsburgh just dropped 7 into coverage and did not have anybody keeping tabs on Watson. How do you do that? What's wrong with that? You got to treat him like you treat Lamar. You got to put a linebacker on him. Let's see if they do it this time.
All right, 1st and 10. Low snap, quick pass to the outside. I don't think they were on the same page, him and Peoples-Jones, and it's going to be incomplete.
Doesn't feel like there's a lot of continuity in this offense without Chubb.
Well, that's a big hole in their offense. I mean, Ford has been respectable.
He's done a great job as a 2-back.
But they got Pierre Strong in there now.
Wonder if Ford's getting a break or if he's hurt.
He's probably just getting a break. They want to save him because obviously Nick Chubb is going to be out for a little while at the minimum. And so he's going to be the number 1 back. Maybe they're just trying to save his legs a little bit. They don't want to risk injury of their number 1 guy. They're number 1 for the moment, you know.
Amari Cooper got a nice grab there.
Yeah, quick 7-yard pass to Amari Cooper. It's going to be 3rd down and 3.
Pittsburgh, I feel like needs
I think the Browns need to get Cooper more involved in this game. He's the receiver that Watson has the strongest connection with. All right, 3rd down and 3. Watson looking to throw, fires, gets it to the outside, caught for a 1st down. And that's going to be David Bell.
Good grab.
I believe his 2nd catch of the game. That's going to be a 5-yard gain and another 1st down. See, when they play simple football with Watson, they're able to move. And it doesn't matter who they're playing against. If you look at their games last year, when they played simple, short game, they moved the ball. When they started to try to force stuff, then bad things happen. 1st and 10, he's going to take a shot all the way down the field. And like I said, when they try to force games, it's nearly intercepted there. Should have been picked in the end zone.
Jesus.
There was no reason to take that shot. Into double coverage where the receiver was already beat.
Looked like he was throwing to the safety, not the receiver.
That's what I'm saying. You stick to the short game and they're successful. As soon as he starts doing exactly that, that's where the turnovers.
Nobody was on him. I guess that's why he wasn't a wide receiver. I guess that's why he had to play safety or cornerback.
All right, 2nd down and 10 from their own 49. Watson looking. He's going to keep. And he's going to get to the outside. He'll get a yard, maybe a yard. And now the flag's thrown from the late hit, and there might be a little bit of a...
I don't know if that was on Watson or not.
Oh, now they're getting chippy. I don't know if he hit him or not, or if he just fell.
I think Watson's
going to get himself thrown out. Now the boos are coming
trying
in.
to hunt him down.
Oh.
Look,
he held onto his helmet.
The face mask and threw him.
Yeah, that. If that's not on Watson, then he's getting revenge. Let's lose our cool now, right? I think his pinky got stuck. He tried to stiff arm, and I think his hand got stuck. Yeah, he should be penalized for that, whether he meant to or not. I'm sure he meant to. Someone might throw a helmet here. Ooh. No, Mason Rudolph isn't playing today, so we don't have to worry about that. Well, all right, so that's going to push the Browns back, 15 yards? That's a personal foul.
Yep.
We got 5 minutes left in the third. It's going to be 3rd down and 25. I feel like Watson's going to keep on this. All right, Watson drops back, looks, dumps it down to 4. There he is, and he's going to run across the field. He's going to get a good chunk of yards here, get him close to back to the 50, but it will be 4th down. It's going to be about 4th and 10, 4th and 11. They're going to have to punt here because they're in a really weird spot of the field where you don't go for it.
Got a chance to try to pin him here with a good punt.
Yeah, they could get a good punt here. Dude, look at the dudes for the Pittsburgh lined up for that. Their noses were in the ground for real. And he's going to let it bounce, and it'll go into the end zone. Pittsburgh will start at the 10. I mean, at the 20. I don't know why I said 10. We got 3:59 left in the third quarter. Still a 3-point ball game.
Where is this being played? Cleveland Battlegate 2? Come on. I don't know, man. This doesn't feel like a home game for Pittsburgh for sure. It feels like a very neutral field.
Oh, it's a punt. It should be at the 20.
Mike Tomlin's 51?
I thought he said 54, but either way.
Definitely don't look it. They're packed in tight. Pickett's under center. They're going to hand it off to Najee, who's got the edge. Can he get out? He gets 10, 15, almost 20 yards.
You know what? Cheers to Najee for that.
That was a good play call. They bunched up the line and got him to the outside and let him use what speed he has.
Oh, I mean, Tomlin looks like the day he was 30. Like, it's about the same.
Delpit, if not for Delpit, Najee may go for 30 there.
Yeah, that was a 21-yard gain.
Yanked by his hair. That's why I hated them having dreadlocks like that, hanging out the back. They got a nice design run play, and Najee's going to be trapped.
He bounced out of it.
He's going the other way. He's at the 45, the 50. He's going to get to the 45 and out of bounds at the 42. Almost tackled for a huge loss, and then he reverses the field.
I thought he was really going to gain 21 and then lose 6. I was like, oh, come on, man. That's another big chunk, 17 yards on the ground.
Gets another first down, and Pittsburgh is moving. Pickett lays a block here. You don't have to block. Just slow him down a little bit. So it's first and 10
just cut him off.
Hands it off. This time it's Warren. He's going to get about 4 yards on first down. Maybe 3 where they spot it. Yeah, it does remind me of Corey Dillon too, stranger, because Corey Dillon had no holes to run through. He had to make his own holes while he was in Cincinnati. It's 2nd down and 7. Pickett's under center. It's going to go. It's a little trick play reverse, and Austin's going to lose 2 yards on it. And it's going to be 3rd and 10. Getting a little stupid and tricky there is Pittsburgh.
Man, first of all, I love that guy that made the play for Cleveland. But, dude, I watched Miami run that same play like 4 times against New England last night. It didn't work any of the times. It was a loss of a minimum of 2, sometimes more, every single time. It didn't work no matter who they ended up with the ball. Those wraparound, reverse, handoff plays did not work.
3rd and 9. Pickett's in the gun. Back to throw. Here comes the blitz. He gets it out. It's tipped.
Oh, dangerous.
It was a designed screenplay for Warren, but somebody got a hand up and got it tipped, and it's going to be 4th down.
Kick the long field goal. Kick the long field goal.
The big dog field goal, or are they going to punt? I suspect they will punt.
Kick the field goal. Cowards.
Let's see. It's be a 58-yard attempt if they do.
Kick it. What's happening? Oh, they try to trap Cleveland with too many men on the field. And I think they got him. That's going to give them 5 yards.
Cleveland called a timeout.
Oh, no, they called a timeout. I thought they got him for real. 58 isn't far. Yeah, that's right. Kick it.
Not by today's kickers, bro.
I'll be back before the next drive.
They did. I guess the good thing about that is Pittsburgh forced Cleveland to use a timeout. I think Tomlin's very comfortable playing a field position game here. Mike, is Trubisky still the backup in Pittsburgh? Just curious. Gets the punt away, and it's going to go out of bounds at the 1 yard line. What a punt. Feel free, if you haven't already, be sure to like and subscribe. Feel free to join our Discord where we talk about everything. And you get to hang out with cool guys like Leo. Leo's pretty cool. Here we go. The fans are starting to get into it. They're cheering the defense more than the offense. They're looking for a stop here. They're going to zero in on the run here. There's the handoff, and they smell it out, but he still manages to get about almost 2 yards, maybe 1.5. Hey, man, a lot of my favorite people are in that Discord. I got to say that. I got to say it. Alex, you missed a beautiful punt. It went out of bounds at the 1.
Oh, best play of the game.
Alex morphed into a Pikachu.
Second down and 8 from the 3. Watson, quick pass to the outside, caught. And he's only going to get maybe a yard. That's going to be
Hey, I think
third
we're going
down.
to make it to the fourth quarter before another snap.
Please let that clock run out. Please let that clock run out.
And we're going to the fourth quarter.
Let's see. There we go. I was trying to figure out what the other Monday Night Football game next week was. It's the Eagles at the Bucks. We might have to double stream that game because that could end up being a good game. But the Bengals are having their Super Bowl rematch, and that might end up being a good game as well, based on how these two teams have played the last 2 weeks.
Crafty, remember someone asking about the Never Ending Story remake yesterday? I think we're watching it now. I was thinking like a remake of Groundhog Day because it feels like it's the same stuff over and over again.
Feels like the 14th quarter. You got that right. We're on the final stretch. We have made it.
75% of the way done today.
If Cleveland gets a first down here, please just run the football. Please. If they can dig themselves out of this hole and get 6 yards for a first down, the whole NFL fan base is begging you. Because for whatever reason, more people are watching this than not, most likely. Is this game being played in innings instead of quarters? Yes. That means we got 5 more after
that means
this.
we got 5 more innings to go. 6.
Following week, we've got the Seahawks at the Giants for Monday Night Football. And look, I know that doesn't sound like a good game, but because it sounds like such a bad game, it might end up being a good game. Like, meaning there'll be points scored. Like, we will not be that entertained, but I think there'll be a point scored. And then we got the Packers at the Raiders, which could end up being a good game, trending how these two teams keep going. If the Raiders show any signs of improvement next week against the Steelers. And then Cowboys at the Chargers. That's a disaster. I don't even want to watch the Cowboys on primetime anymore. They've earned that slot this season based on how they're playing. So we can't even justify why they're on there. But God, they're just going to run all over that Chargers team.
Huge third down here, boo.
All right, 3rd down and 6. The crowd is as loud as it's been all night. They need to get to the 11 from the 5. Watson looking, throws, back shoulder throw, and it's caught by Elijah Moore, and that's going to be inbounds this time, and that is a first down.
I thought he was
that's Amari Cooper. That's not Elijah Moore. That's Amari Cooper.
Let's see.
Oh, he got him.
Oh, he's out.
Oh.
I knew it.
The ball moved in his hands. He had 2 feet down, but the ball was still moving in his hands. Oh, he's challenging it right away. The Browns should have sprinted to the line.
Okay. Got to go let the dog in.
Yeah, he got 2 feet in, but then the ball bobbled. So he didn't have full possession of it, and so that's probably going to get overturned. Another 5-minute replay review. Let's look at the rest of our Monday night games. After the Cowboys at the Chargers, which if the Chargers fix some issues, it might not be a disaster, but they've got a lot of things to work on. We got the Niners at the Vikings, the Raiders at the Lions, Chargers at the Jets, Broncos at Bills, Eagles at Chiefs, Super Bowl rematch in Week 11. Bears at Vikings. Well, that's our next divisional game, I think. Not until week 12 on Monday Night Football, at least. And then Bengals at Jags, which should be fun. Titans at Dolphins. And Packers at Giants. There's another doubleheader after next week in week 14. Chiefs at Patriots. I don't know how I feel about that. Christmas Monday Night Football. Ravens and Niners. And Lions at Cowboys. No, not all of them. We've got week 1, week 2, and week 14 are the doubleheaders on Mondays. I was just going 1 week at a time naming those games. But yeah, week 14 is the next doubleheader, and it'll be Titans and Dolphins and Packers at Giants. December 11th. This is the game that never ends. It just goes on and on, my friends. That's fair. That's very relevant. Let's look at the Sunday night as well, since we are here. All right, we had that one, and we had that one. So we know next week is Steelers at Raiders. The week after is what could have been the finally Rodgers with Mahomes in New Jersey. Cowboys at Niners, Giants at Bills, Dolphins at Eagles, Bears at Chargers. Okay, so they're going to say it is a catch, so that's going to be 1st and 10 for Cleveland. Bills at Bengals rematch November 5th. That's at Raiders. All right, so 1st and 10, they better run the football. And they're going to hand it off. Looks like to Ford. Nowhere to go. That's all right. Get the clock rolling.
I'm calling it now. Overtime.
Oh, my.
First, you stranger.
Jets at Raiders. Let's might as well finish this up. Vikings at Broncos. Niners at Seahawks. Ravens at Chargers. Chiefs at Packers. Oh, wait. We got a Sunday night. Oh, it's the 2 days before Christmas Sunday. That doesn't make sense. All right, 2nd and 10. Watson looks to throw, fires over the middle, caught by Cooper, down by the 45. Now go back to the ground game. So it said on the 25th, which was a Monday, we had a game, but now it says Sunday the 23rd. We have a doubleheader.
Monday the 25th and Sunday the 23rd.
That's what this thing says on the NFL.com. That makes perfect sense. I guess there's a day between Sunday and Monday, the weekend of Christmas.
That was the best protection Cleveland's had all day.
All right, 1st and 10 from the 46. And they're going to hand it off to Ford again. This time he's going to push his way all the way to about the 50, right to the 50. 2nd down coming up.
Hey, have you seen or heard TJ Watt in a while? Because it seems like he's not in the game.
Last time I saw him was when he had that sack play. But he's definitely not on the field right now, I don't think. 2nd and 6. They hand it off up the middle. Ford is going to barrel forward for a 1st down. This is what they need right now. They need confirmation that they're going to be able to continue running the football this year with whoever they got.
Well, DeJuan Jones played pretty
I don't
good.
see TJ Watt still. Maybe they're putting him in there for, I don't know. Somebody look it up.
If he's not in the game, Pittsburgh defense is obviously not the same. Look at how
1st and 10 handed off to Ford. He's going to stumble his way through for another gain of 7. His steroids wore off for the day. That's not funny. It's funny, but it's not funny.
This team does not look the same without him on the field.
They're not being able to stop the run right now. And they're going to hand it off, get it to Ford. He'll get close to a yard. It'll be 3rd down and short.
Ooh.
That's a big boy.
That's DeJuan Jones.
I mean,
Ben
putting him
Davis,
on a
man.
basketball court, that makes him look even bigger. All right,
Good play
3rd
right
down
here.
and 2. This is a huge play. They're going to hand it off to
Got it.
Ford. Ford's got room to run, and he's going to take it to the 30. But there is a flag
Oh.
on the play. He was on the field last
There he
week.
was.
He actually had a pretty good game against the Niners last week. That's going to be a hold on the offense.
There's TJ Watt. I just saw him.
It's going to be 3rd and 12 now. Yeah, TJ Watt had a good game against the Niners. Just as a whole, they had a bad game.
There he is. TJ Watt does not look like he's really into this game. Oh, look at that hold.
Yep. That'll do it every time.
Pittsburgh needs some help here.
All right, 3rd down and 12. I think if they get like 9 yards, they could probably go for it on 4th.
Well, they're out of field goal range right now. They need about 6 yards.
Watson looking to throw, stands in, has plenty of time. He's going to flush to his left, get rid of it. And he throws a guy down, and he's going to skate down the sideline. There's a flag. This play is not going to matter. And he's going to dive forward. But I think that's coming back.
That is in field goal range, but if the play stands. Ooh.
Oh, they got Watson with a face mask. Oh, yeah, he grabbed it.
Well, that right there, the stiff arm's okay, but pulling the head down is where they got him.
It would have been a really good play by him, honestly, if he hadn't grabbed him. That pretty much sums up what these divisional games look like, though. Let's be honest.
Crafty. 2 face mask penalties on a quarterback? You know what? I got to admit, if he was to stiff arm me in the face, I think I would have to arm lock him and make it look like, and then duck my head, make it look like a face mask every time. That's what I'd be doing to the offensive player.
All right, 3rd and 26. Going to check it down to Njoku. He's going to cross the 50. He's not going to get near enough, but the ball is out. And he's going to have the ball at about the 43. Well, they didn't get the 1st down, so they were going to give it back either way.
It depends on what they call it here.
I don't think he was down yet, so I think this is the right call.
Yeah, nobody actually made the call. They just let it play out. Let's see. Oh, it's out.
Oh, he punched it out at the last second before he touched the ground. That's a good play.
You know, Pittsburgh's done enough to win this game. They've just got to – they don't have no offense.
Wasn't that the story of last year, too?
Yeah, kind of.
I mean, their defense always did enough. Even with Ben Roethlisberger, his last season, their offense just didn't do anything because their offensive line was horrible. But their defense continuously did enough.
All right.
Pickett's got a big shot right here.
There it is back. He's looking to throw. Here comes pressure. Fires it away. Good job by Kenny Pickett to get rid of that thing.
Why are they wanting a flag? Uh-oh. Garrett looks like he's banged up too.
Ankle?
It looked like an ankle.
He stumbled.
Oh, he stumbled. He might have twisted that ankle because that's the same leg he was hopping on.
Yeah, just kind of awkward. 2nd down and 10. But the good news is that Cleveland did not let them gain any yards and put them in 2nd and long, forcing their hand. And they're going to hand it off to Najee, and he's got nowhere to go because that D-line gets so much penetration into that backfield.
Looks like there was a Steeler hurt too.
It's been the story of the whole night. Pittsburgh is running the same 3 plays. They try to throw on 1st down, they run on 2nd down every time. It reminds me of Brian Callahan last year.
Yep. All right, 3rd down and 10. Huge 3rd down right here for Pittsburgh. Yeah, he stayed on the field. I think he just tweaked it a little.
Blitz.
And they got him.
That offensive line is hot trash.
Has been for 3 years now, at least. This game did start last week. We got 9.5 to go, and the clock's rolling. So you know what? We're on the right track. Cleveland can put this game away if they don't make any mistakes here.
That's on
somebody can end this game.
Warren's job was to pick up that blitz, and he didn't. Oh, what a bounce.
Why did he dive after that ball after the Steelers touched it?
Punter's having a great game.
Both of them.
I'm
pretty sure he's QB3.
Oh, I thought he's talking about the guy that gets to lead Santa's sleigh.
What?
Whatever happened to Rudolph?
He's talking about Mason.
I know.
You ding dong.
He used to help Santa on Christmas, bro.
It's not even. We haven't even made it to Halloween.
It's all good.
I mean, Walmart might be ready for Christmas, but
I was in Walmart today and they were putting out Christmas stuff. That's why Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer came to mind.
Well, we already made the reference to swinging helmets, and I was talking about him earlier, so.
Chris, let me tell you something. Alex loves Christmas. No 2 ways about it. She loves it.
I feel like you're talking about me like I'm a little child, but yeah, I do love Christmas.
There's no that you love.
It's not my fault. The rest of my family are Christmas haters. Yeah, so you got nothing to say.
I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying that you loved it. You know, as a kid, we always made Christmas really cool. When you were kids.
Yeah, as soon as I stopped being a kid, which I've never stopped being a kid, you stopped caring about Christmas. Christmas is fun.
A story of Alex's Christmas when she was a kid. Well, I'm trying to think of one that she really liked. You know.
Nah, he hates Christmas, so he's repressed those memories. Yeah, so he can't think of nothing.
You know, the only Christmas that comes to mind is one where my dog was had a cast on her paw because she got hit by a car, and Alex was spent a lot of time with her on that Christmas. And the only reason I remember that is because Alex was wearing a Christmas hat the whole day, and Drama Queen's cast was the other. We had a lot of good Christmases.
I'm a 35-year-old child with adult money. Yeah, same. I'm a 27-year-old child with adult money. All right, Cleveland's going to start at their own 6. I'm just not a Halloween person. I never have been. Every single person in my life is a huge Halloween person, except for me. All right, 1st and 10, hand off to Ford. He's going to lose yards, and they're going to try to push him back into the end zone, but they had blown the play dead already.
That Holcomb has come to play.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm a Thanksgiving person, too. I freaking love Thanksgiving.
I like to eat turkey. Dude, he barely got back to the 3.
All right, 2nd and 13. They gotta be careful running the ball here. Watson's gonna take a shot down the sideline, and he's gonna overthrow Cooper. That was a bad decision. I understand the shot, but I would have taken that on 3rd down.
Why not throw that one up in the air and let Cooper have a chance to make a play on the ball, since it was pretty much single coverage instead of throwing a rocket?
Yeah, Christmas is definitely my favorite, but Thanksgiving is a very, very close second. All right, 3rd down and 13. Give your punter some room here. Watson looking, pressure's coming. He's going to go to that same sideline, and it's caught for a 1st down by Elijah Moore. Make sure to get his feet in before he stumbles out of bounds.
Might be the play of the game right there.
All right. Now let's ride this clock. Someone's got to win, right? I don't want overtime. I don't even care if the Steelers come back with a touchdown and win it. Like, I don't want this game to go to overtime because it might get ugly. Like, uglier than it already is. All right, 1st and 10, handed off to Ford. Ford's got no room to go, but he'll get maybe a yard.
You know, we're only down to a couple possessions here. Pittsburgh's
That's
got to get
turducken. John Madden's the best, man. I think I want to order a turducken one time and cook one.
That's awesome, Jeff. My family decided on a taco bar for Thanksgiving last year.
When am I going to make a full-on turkey just for me? I cooked a turkey last year. 2nd down and 9. Pressure's coming. Watson doesn't see it. The ball comes out.
It's picked up. There
It's
goes
TJ
Watt.
Watt. Look, that's what we wanted. I said I want a touchdown. I don't care. And TJ Watt with the scoop and score. Not all turkey is dry.
It depends on who's cooking it, bro. This might be the only time I ever cheer for Pittsburgh to win.
No, you've got plenty of reason to cheer for Pittsburgh right now. I'm a Pittsburgh fan next week.
You know, Highsmith has been the dog all day for their linebackers.
The Patriots defense was good last night.
Patriots D's been good.
Yeah, I was gonna say. No, I'm fully not a Steelers fan at all. I dislike them, and they're probably in my top 5 most disliked teams. But I am definitely pulling for them next week.
Yeah, this game has not been anything good for Pittsburgh's offense.
You didn't win because you didn't score enough points to win. Your defense played fine.
Yeah, if you're playing defense in this league and you hold your team to around 20 or less, you've done a great job.
Matthew Judon's a nightmare.
Yes, sir. Matthew Judon is a stud. There is a lot of studs that can kill quarterbacks.
All right, 7 minutes to go. I read this morning or last night that it's the first time since 2001 that the Patriots have started 0-2. Thought that was kind of crazy. Oh, yeah, the Browns beat the Steelers back-to-back weeks, I'm pretty sure, that year. Like, they played them in the last week of the season, and then they beat them in the playoffs because that's when they came to Kansas City and lost to Chad Henne.
Well, let's see. Does Watson got to come back in him?
Has Cleveland really had 4 turnovers?
2 for touchdowns.
I
At
knew
least
2 for
3 I know of.
touchdowns. It said they had 4 and Pittsburgh had 2.
I don't know.
You think I'm just being mad. I was just reading a statistic I saw last night.
I'm not
First
sure, but
and 10, hands it off to Ford. Ford's got nowhere to go. He's just moving backwards, but he finds a lane, and he's going to get to the outside and really
Get
close
the
to a
first
first down. He made a lot of nothing out of something, or a lot of something out of nothing. I thought he was going to lose 10 yards on that.
he should have lost 10 yards on that. They hit him twice in the backfield.
I don't need to know that. Well, you probably already knew that. It's your team. That's why I didn't know that, because someone else posted it.
Tua is 5-0 against Belichick.
Yeah, that is true.
Right.
That's why I always pick the Dolphins against the Patriots until the Patriots beat him. I'm gonna keep doing that. So they marked him as first down, but I didn't even think he had the first down. I thought he went out of bounds about a half yard short.
You joined the Patriots in 2018. What officially makes you joining the Patriots?
Yeah, because they were still winning, but they weren't like.
Well, he stepped out way before the first down marker.
Yeah, I thought it was like a half yard.
Ready? Bam.
Yeah, about a half
1
yard. All right, 2nd down and 1. Cleveland's playing for a touchdown now, not a field goal. And he kind of just climbs over the defenders and gets his way for at least a first. But A.J. Dillon plays for the Packers. I still like him.
Love A.J. Dillon.
Oh yeah, I do too. He's had a rough year and a half, but I still like him. All right, 1st and 10. Watson looking, throws, and it's a little behind him, and it's going to be incomplete. 2nd down and 10. Oh, he's definitely, if you take football aside, for sure, he's a great dude. He's just having a rough start. He had kind of a rough finish last year too.
I was looking at some of the numbers, Alex, and if Cleveland doesn't get a good run this year, their salary cap hell starts next year.
Oh, I know. It's bad. All right, 2nd down and 10. Watson looking to throw, stands in. He's trying to evade the pressure, and he does. And he's just going to take the sack. And it's going to be 3rd down and long.
I'm not saying that I was right or anything, but you notice that they're running contained rushes where they don't let him get outside.
Well, you were complaining that they weren't doing that earlier, and then they started doing it.
They were blitzing too much inside earlier. Now they're more blitzing from the outside. They're trying to keep him in the pocket. He's not as deadly in the pocket.
I think they heard you.
They might have.
3rd down and 13. Watson looking to go deep, and he does.
See how bad his accuracy is?
His deep ball is just not there. They need to stop. I think 2 first downs for Pittsburgh, and this might be a game because they can't move the ball outside of the run. Because they won't stick with the short game. There's nothing wrong with the short game. Yeah, it's boring, but it moves the football.
You know, I gotta say that the more I watch him this year, the less I'm impressed with him.
I'm fine with him when he's throwing 15 or less yards.
I think he's going to be out of bounds, trying to draw that penalty flag again.
Well, it's not a penalty with a punt.
Well, if he gets hit on a fair catch, is what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
He tried to bait him into. He kind of almost ran into him. He was trying to bait him for a flag.
Yeah, he's garbage deep, but he's fine in the mid to short range. Like, once you get past 15 yards, I don't trust him to throw the ball. But if you keep it 15 or less, most of his completions, as long as they're inbounds, are good throws. All right, they're going to hand it off to Harris.
Comparable. He kind of reminds me of Daniel Jones.
I don't think Daniel Jones throws quite as many interceptions anymore.
No, I'm just saying that their skill sets seem very similar to me. Really good outside the pocket, really good legs, good in the short of mid game, but the long game is just not there.
This game is making me sleepy.
We're almost there. Second and 9, Pickett's got the ball. He hands it off to Warren. Warren's got a lane on the left. He gets a block, and he breaks a couple tackles. He's going to make it third and very manageable. Regardless, the clock will be under right at 3 minutes when they've snapped the next play. Very good reversal of his own ground. I think that was designed.
Warren about to take a grown man's job. I'm telling you.
He looks pretty solid, as a primary ball carrier.
The Steelers did score a touchdown. TJ Watt scoop and score.
Here's what I'm calling here. I go play action on this one.
I do too, but
and they call it quarterback draw. Cleveland uses a timeout with 3 minutes to go. Very horrible play design. Why would you do that?
The fans' face says it all.
You should have handed the ball off there to one of
No, mostly. I'm responsible for the Browns. I'm not responsible for the Steelers.
Oh, God dang it.
I didn't call Harris a grown man. Well, I guess I technically did. But he's coming for his job. Yeah. The scoreboard is off. It's 9 times out of 10. Not my fault. I'm responsible for making numbers sideways, but that's about it.
Pittsburgh's 12 out of the last 13 against Cleveland, and we can't beat Cleveland.
No, they're talking about Monday Night Football appearances, not Cleveland. They're a Monday Night Football team.
Another nice punt.
Fair catch at the 25. Here comes Watson.
3 minutes, 75 yards to glory.
Well, if I use the scoreboard, it would only be on my camera, and it would look a little silly. So that's why it's not there. I haven't figured out how to use a scoreboard effectively with 2 of us. I'll figure it out eventually. Maybe I'll work on that this week. All right, 1st and 10, 2:55 to go. Cleveland only has 1 timeout remaining. From their own 25, they need to go 75 yards for a chance to win this game. There's an
offensive penalty to start.
And that is a killer. That's a drive killer right there. It's going to be a false start on the offense.
DeJuan Jones, same guy that was dunking.
Yeah, he's dunking on his own team now.
He's a backup. He's the one that's filling in for Conklin.
Well, that means he's not a backup anymore.
True.
First and 15, Watson looking to throw. Finally checks it down to Bell. Bell's got a little bit of room to work, and he'll go out of bounds after a short game. No, Sam, that's a normal sized football behind him. Yeah, your average NFL league verified football sitting behind him. He's just a tiny little guy.
Thanks, Leo. I kind of like it too.
All right, 2nd down and 8. 2:49 left. Play clock's running down. Watson's looking, fires to the outside, gets it to Cooper. I think he's going to be a little bit short. It's a close one, but I think he's going to be short of the first down. It's going to be 3rd down. And they gave him the first down. I thought he was short. Shane's only a 1/4 inch tall. Yes. And I'm 7 feet tall.
Look how back they're playing.
1st and 10. Watson fires over the middle, caught. That's Elijah Moore at the 50. They're going into a little bit of a hurry up here.
Do you think they should be playing prevent, or they should just keep attacking on defense what was working? Because it's going to come down to.
I don't think prevent defense should ever exist.
I hate it.
It's the worst.
It's making him look like he's orchestrating a great drive. Ooh.
1st and 10. Watson's going to keep. And he's going to get a couple yards. It's going to be 2nd down, and the clock's probably going to run to the 2-minute warning here. It's the final stretch.
The final countdown.
Prevent defense prevents you from winning. Oh, yeah. You know how many games I've watched teams give up double-digit leads to prevent defense and inevitably lose? Too many.
Mostly my biggest gripe about prevent defense is when Lou Anarumo goes into the second half after building a lead and plays with the 2 deep safeties and just lets teams run up and down the field. Drives me nuts. They say it's the bend, don't break mentality, but I feel like it gives the other team rhythm. Yeah, no doubt, Leo. Just ask the Cardinals.
I think the Broncos might have done the same thing. And then they had to play catch up. We'll get into it when we do recap, but I got a lot of good things to say about Washington. I have nothing good to say about Denver. But
Washington and Atlanta has been about the only thing I've done right so far this year.
I gave Washington credit, just not a lot of credit. I didn't want to get my feelings hurt when I gave them too many wins on my predictions.
I think Dallas is still. I think by what
this is funny. He said sup. I know. I didn't mean to laugh because your team lost. I just laughed because that was funny coming from you. Sup.
Dave is a Green Bay Packer fan for life.
He's a Green Bay Packer owner.
Yeah.
That lives in St. Louis. So he got stuck next to the Rams all them years. And has to deal with listening to the Chiefs now.
So, in perspective, Dave is one of the Grossi fans that came over here and hung out with us. So, the Green Bay connection, I'm pretty sure, is there.
You have to understand that 90% of our chat came from Grossi.
Yeah, oh yeah.
All right, 2nd down and 7. They're inside Pittsburgh territory, just inside. 2 minutes to go. They only have 1 timeout. Pressure's coming. Watson evades the first guy, finally just throws it away. I think he meant to do it that time.
Yeah, that was meant to be.
I think he meant to do it. It almost looked like he was trying to target him, but
he just didn't get enough on the throw.
Yeah, Ford is RB1 now, and they've got Pierre Strong Jr. at RB2, who got their touchdown earlier. I mean, Ford did all the work. He had like an 80-yard run on that. All right, it's going to be 3rd down and 7. This crowd's getting rowdy again. I think they're going to send all the pressure at him again. Here they come.
Whoa, he got out.
And they still got him at the 50. You know that right there, 2 guys had their hands on him and he got out. That's what I was talking about earlier about old Deshaun. That's why he was so good, because no one could drag him down.
He's so thick.
All right, it's 4th down and 10. Play clock's running. And they have no choice but to go for it here.
Yeah, they got 0 timeouts, so this is the game right here.
Well, they have 1 timeout.
Do they? Oh, I guess they do still have 1. I would have used it for this play.
All right, Watson takes his shot, and it's going to be incomplete, and that will be our ball game. I know there's 1 minute on the clock. Watson wanted a flag.
Joey Porter Jr.
You were high up on him in the draft. I remember you talking about him.
2 I wanted in the 1st round.
Well, you know why he ended up there then. Because you're probably not the only person that wanted him in Cincinnati.
Yeah, but they didn't pick him until the 1st pick of the 2nd round.
Who did they take? They took that defensive edge, didn't they?
1st pick?
Yeah.
And the Bengals took the kid from Clemson.
The defensive edge or the tackle?
The defensive end.
Yeah, I thought so.
Say hi to Kitty.
Oh, look at my boy. And then victory formation. They're going to take the knee. There's going to be one more final knee. And the Steelers level the playing field. Now, I think everybody... Well, you know what? I thought everybody was about even. But I forgot the Ravens won both their games. I thought they lost one.
Oh, that was DPI or defensive holding.
That's what they were saying, holding. That's what they were upset about. And there you have it. Our final score is 22-26. And I'm going to be real honest with you. You know, we can talk about this game for a minute or two before we go. There was more points in this game scored than I anticipated. Most of them were defensive scores. Well, half of Pittsburgh's points were on defense, but still probably at least maybe the 2 defensive touchdowns, 2 touchdowns more points total scored than I anticipated. I was really anticipating like a 17-14 or 14-10 kind of game. And this game was that kind of game. They just, you know, a couple things went right.
Yeah, turnovers. A lot of turnovers create a lot of points generally.
At least 6.
You don't always get pick sixes and scoops and scores, but you know, and then we had a couple really big plays in this game, and really accounts for most all of the points being scored. It was really a kind of a busted game.
Leo, that's my cat that I sent you the picture of when I said, "Hey, my cat looks just like your cat." But yeah, you're right. 10:44 lasted a long time. Yeah, it was a long game.
Yeah, that is a bad no call, Ron. I agree.
Both teams aren't good. There you have it. I mean, both teams' defenses are good.
Yeah, that is a bad call. He had a hold of both of his sleeves. I mean, that should have been called. I don't know why it wasn't. These refs are probably just over it for the day. And their line judges tonight kind of suck too.
Yeah, they gave a couple first downs where I didn't think they should, and then they took away some first downs that definitely should have been first downs in this game. So it was scrappy.
So before we get out of here today, I agree with that, Leo, wholeheartedly. What is our what are we gonna schedule tomorrow?
Yeah, we talked about this.
Do you know what time?
No, I don't know what time.
So we'll pop it
Tomorrow.
out
Tomorrow.
tomorrow. Well, it's almost today.
Well, you know what? We're 14 minutes away from tomorrow, so it's still tomorrow. We'll be back in here, some sort of recap live stream. I haven't decided exactly how we're gonna do it, but I've got it mostly figured out. Sometime tomorrow, probably like in the afternoon, because you work, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, so it'll be later in the day for sure. We will do recap, and then Wednesday our week 3 predictions video should be released. Hopefully it'll be out a little bit earlier than last week. We had some issues with it, scheduling and things like that. And then obviously Thursday we'll be back for whatever kind of game the Niners and Giants want to give us on on Amazon Prime. So that's our
whatever.
schedule for the rest of the week. Like I said, we always leave Fridays and Saturdays open in case we need them. So nothing is planned for those days as of now. We do have a Q&A that we're going to plan for one Friday or Saturday coming up in the future. Probably not this week because we're trying to get caught up and into a better routine. And so adding extra stuff right now is probably not good for that. But we will be back tomorrow evening. I'm not even going to say night. But I appreciate you guys all for staying and hanging through this one. This one was tough. A lot of our primetime games together are tough, but this one was a little brutal. But yeah, if you guys do like the 2-person format better than the one, we enjoy doing it just as much as the latter. So obviously let us know all of our socials if you want to follow the Facebook, the Twitter, the Instagram. I'm not very good at updating the Instagram. I try my best, but all of that stuff's in the description. The Discord's also in the description if you want to join our Pick'em League, which is free to play and pick alongside with us every week. It's also down there. I think that's all I have. Sam said you're welcome. You're the best, Sam.
Ready for tomorrow, man. Let's go.
I gotta go do some review of some of the games I missed this week so we can get ready to talk about them tomorrow. I appreciate you all. I don't know why you said Merry Christmas, but Merry Christmas to you mostly. John, Shebley, Sam, Leo, Ron, Stinger, Dave, everybody that's still in here. We definitely always appreciate your time that you spend with us. And on that note, yeah, tonight was really fun. We did have a lot of fun with this. Happy Halloween to you, Chris. Also, Chris, thank you. Well,
Chris
we're gonna
trolling you, and mostly's trying to pump you up for Christmas.
I'm untrollable. We love you guys. We will see you on the next one. Peace.